6 of these today.
Yeah, I will tell you that your client, Ms. Fleischer, I said, your case isn't until 10 o'clock. She said, oh, no, Mr. Duncan said we're moving it. I said, oh, really?
No.
Mr. Duncan said he thinks he can move my docket around.
I
huh?
always check with Heather.
Oh, you're going to blame it on my imaginary friend who doesn't
Right,
ever
that's right.
speak in these things. Yeah. Okay, now we're on the record. People versus Connie Fleischer. Oh, actually, I have that this is going to be another adjournment. Is that correct? What's going on?
I was hoping to be dismissed.
Oh, okay.
This was part of a felony case. It's all the same incident and the felony got dismissed.
It was actually a separate incident, Marie. I was going to get you the discovery on the separate incident. This was prior to the felony.
Prior to the felony. Okay. So is there any discovery I need? Any video or anything like that?
Yep. I sent you the video and the incident report just recently, though. So it'll probably be to you in a couple days.
Okay. Because I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Okay. I guess we got to do something with this. Okay. Do you want to adjourn it or just set? I mean,
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
well, I'm going to find out because they're going to send me the videos, Connie, and then we'll look at them together. How's that?
Videos.
I don't know what videos. I don't have them yet, Connie. I have to get them. I don't have anything. This is an incident
They-
that
I didn't
supposedly
know nothing
happened
about it.
earlier.
Well, I'm going to adjourn it. I have a January 21st date. And so I'll adjourn it to that date. Okay.
Okay.
Heather, do we have a time? Does it matter? Let's see what she says. Okay, it doesn't matter to her. Mr. Duncan, you want to do it at 9 o'clock?
Well, I've got a case at 9 scheduled, so if we can do a little later, it would help me.
Okay, a case somewhere else?
Yeah, in Ipsy.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this at 9:30. Does that work?
Should work, I would think. Yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it at 9:30 on the 21st. Do you understand, Ms. Fleischer? And you should be able to work it out by then. You know, Ms. Fleischer, that you have a payment due with us next week on the 30th or
Yes, I'm coming
the
in.
following week.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you're all set. Yep. People versus Kenneth Herman.
I don't want to see copies of them tickets.
You're all set,
Yeah.
Ms. Fleischer. Do you want me to remove you? I can do it.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. And on Mr. Harmon's case,
Mr. Harmon's case, can I talk to the prosecutor?
sure.
Thank you.
There
Thank
you
you, Judge.
go. Mm-hmm. I have somebody on a Galaxy 9. Hopefully it's either an attorney or one of your clients.
Your Honor, that's, Mr. Clark.
Is it Mr. Clark? Okay, perfect. Then I will do you next. Did you have enough time, Mr. Duncan?
Yes, Judge. I think the prosecutor is going to dismiss because she's going to issue felony charges on it.
Is that correct, Ms.
That is
Foley
correct.
Carter? Well, she's not going to issue felony charges. Somebody might.
She's going
be,
to
but
submit it. She's going
not
to
gonna be
submit it
her.
for felony charges.
The police
Right.
department's going to submit it.
Right.
I
Thank you,
get it.
Judge.
Yep. All right. Is that correct, Ms. Foley Carter?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'll dismiss it.
Thank you,
You're
Judge.
all set, Mr. Herman, and you
Thank you.
explain that to him, Mr.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Duncan.
call him now, and I'm gonna call Ms. Fleischer too. Thank you.
He was on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him.
He's on, Mr. Herman, Mr. Duncan's gonna call you, okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove you. All right, Mr. Duncan, thank you.
Thank-
Have a good day.
You too, Judge.
All right, and on the Galaxy 9, Mr. Clark, can you hear me? You gotta unmute yourself, bottom left, little red button.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. People versus Eric Clark. Counsel on behalf of Mr. Clark.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Brown, P80560, appearing on behalf of Mr. Eric Clark, who's present. Mr. Clark, please, the record.
And I have a stipulation that if Mr. Clark pleads to the added count of impaired driving, that the other charges will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, Mr. Clark, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about August the 19th of 2019, that you were in Huron Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes, ma'am.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
Yes, ma'am.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And did anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No, ma'am.
Counsel, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Would you be doing immediate sentencing, or would he be referred?
He's
to-
gonna get, probation's gonna contact him and he'll do a pre-sentence by Zoom like this. And then we'll contact you and get a sentencing date. Mr. Clark, I have a telephone number for you of 734-369-7479. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then can I get an email for you?
Yes, it's eclark911@gmail.com.
Perfect. Then probation will be in contact in the next couple of weeks. She's going to send you some paperwork. You need to send that back to us within 14 days, I think it is. Okay. And then we'll reach out and set a sentencing date. Okay. She'll contact and talk to you, and then we'll have a sentencing date. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. What case are you on?
On case, right, you're talking to me, Your Honor?
I am talking to you. Yes.
Okay, case number 9, if this is the right one.
Actually, give me your name. I don't need the case number. Just give me your name.
McKaylee Shebecker.
That's my client, Your Honor.
Okay, got it. I have her file. Yeah, the name that you have appearing confused me. That's all, because it doesn't say. And then Mr. Malotic, what case are you on? Can you hear me, sir?
Judge, I was assigned to Mr. Malotic, and that's one that we're going to need to discuss.
What time is it set at? I didn't see it.
At 9:10, Your Honor.
Yeah, 9:10.
It must be an add-on because it's not on my docket. Hang on. Which means I don't know that I have the file. Nope, it's in here, but it's not on the docket. Weird. All right, did you say you needed a breakout room with
No, I'm asking to withdraw from representation. He needs a different attorney.
Okay, Mr. Malotic, can you hear me? Hello? Well, let me do Miss Michaela Becker's case first so that I can
Okay.
get rid of Mr. Schussel.
Your Honor, I need
I
to-
can't say your name this morning, counsel. I apologize.
That's okay. I need to speak with the prosecutor.
Michaela Becker.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I
I'm Jerry
have-
Schluss on behalf of the defendant. I need to meet with the prosecutor for a minute.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Mays. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who's, let me see. I know your client's here. Is it Mr. Dudek?
That is, and I need to meet with the prosecutor, please.
Oh, I just put her in a breakout room. Hey, give me 1 minute and you'll be next.
No problem, thank you.
No problem. Mr. Malotic, can you hear me? All right, well, we'll wait a minute. Actually, sir, on the iPhone that just joined us, what's your last name?
Leach, Leach.
That's mine, Judge.
Okay, gotcha. Hang on, let me pull the file. On People versus Theron Leach.
Royce Nunley on behalf of defendant.
And I have a plea agreement that indicates that if Mr. Leach pleads to the operating while visibly impaired, that the other charges will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Leach, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
What does that mean?
That you're not going to have a trial, that you're pleading guilty to the added count of impaired and the other charges are going to be dismissed?
So I have an understanding. I'm not familiar with the legal system. So they're adding in driving while impaired, but dismissing the other charges.
Yes. It's really a lesser included offense.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to Mr. Nunley in a breakout room before I took the plea?
No. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure it was clear. The way you
Right.
had said it confused me.
Yeah,
But,
it's
yeah.
charged as an operating while intoxicated, and then the speeding and the driving on suspended. They're going to drop all that and let you plead to the lesser included offense of just the impaired, and all the other three cases will be dismissed.
Okay, that's as long as that's the understanding I'm
Yep.
agreeing with.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes.
And you know that you're not going to have a trial or of any kind, and you give up those rights, and you're going to plead guilty to this count, correct?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about November the 9th of 2019, you were in Huron Township and you were consuming alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes.
And as a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit.
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
Is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss the other charges. I have a telephone number for you of 724. That can't be right, is it?
No, that's not right. I believe there's an issue. I have changed addresses during this COVID time, so it took a while for me to get in contact
What's
with you guys.
what's your phone number?
734-756-7495.
Yeah,
7495.
I got that. And then an email address of theronleach@gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay. Then and we have a Henry Ruff address in Westland.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then probation's gonna be in contact with you and they'll do a pre-sentence investigation like this. And then I'll sentence you on Zoom also. And she's gonna send you some paperwork. You need to fill it out and send it back, okay? Within the 14-day time limit that she tells you, okay?
Okay, and do you know when these events are gonna occur within the next?
I probably won't at this point, since it's late, since Thanksgiving is next week, I probably will not sentence you until January,
Until January?
probably.
Okay, I was under the impression that today I would be sentenced and be able to
I
start
can't-
serving my time.
And start doing what? Oh, I'm
I
not
was-
gonna, wait, serving your time. Wait. Mr.
Well,
Nolan,
not
did
like
you
that,
tell
but
him I'm
like-
gonna put him in jail?
I
don't
told him
understand
that
the
you'd probably
terms
give
like
him
that.
10 years,
Yeah,
minimum.
probably, yeah.
Please don't, please don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna order you, I'm gonna send you home with Mr. Nunley.
You're gonna come live with me for 10 years.
Yeah,
That's worse than any
exactly.
I
prison
believe
that
you
you
have a
could
great looking house.
ever
You
end
can
up
rent
in.
something.
Yeah, you'll be on probation probably. If you've been, it doesn't look like you've been in trouble before.
You know, I
So
haven't.
your probation will probably end up only being like 6 months. And I'll tell you, and I will have you do some stuff. Miss Rapp will talk to you about it. But we
So
might
it's
get
not
it in
the
December,
30-day
but
driving restriction?
yeah, you'll have a restricted driver's license for 90 days. But that starts today.
Okay, so that starts today.
That starts today. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
That starts as soon as they get it in the system. It'll be effective though today. And so,
Okay. And they'll send me a notice
yeah, no,
to let
it
me know
does.
that
It's
it's
from
in
the
the
plea
system?
date. It's from the plea date. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, what was your other question?
And they'll notify me that it's in the system and updated?
Yep. The
Because-
Secretary of State should send you something that says, Mr. Mays, pipe up about this. It is from the date of sentencing, right?
What's
He's
that?
the-
I'm
He's
sorry.
the expert on this stuff. The restriction is from the date of the plea.
No, the restriction goes into effect when the Secretary of State gets around to sending out in the mail.
Okay, well, that's not
Thank
the
you.
answer that I think he wanted, but that's probably in these times a fair answer. But I'll do the sentencing. Hopefully it'll be early January. But make sure that when you get the paperwork, but I think that the Secretary of State will be notified right now. So hopefully you'll get the restriction soon.
Okay,
Okay? All right,
Okay.
good enough. Thank you. And I'll see you probably right after the holidays, okay?
okay.
All right, take care.
Just have a
On
nice day.
Michaela Becker, where are we at with that?
We're ready, Your Honor. We, in exchange for my client's plea of guilty to failing to report the original charge of failing to stop at a property damage accident is being dismissed. The difference is from a 6-point to a 0-point.
Fail to report, is that your understanding, Ms. Becker?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty to that added count, that you're giving up your rights? As listed in the advice or rights form, you're not gonna have a trial or anything, you're gonna plead on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about December the 11th of 2019, that you failed to report an accident that you had?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. It's a $200 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $345. I'm gonna roll it into your existing payment plan. You have a $100 payment that was due 2 days ago. Did you make it?
I'm unaware about this payment. What was the payment for? I would have paid it if I would have known.
You're on a payment plan to us. It looks like, what do you mean if you knew? You owe us $2,500. Are you telling me you didn't know that? You didn't
Not at
know
all,
that
Your
you-
Honor.
You
No,
didn't
that's
know
not my
that
client.
you,
I don't
Pardon?
believe that's I don't believe that's on my client. She shouldn't be on anything.
I've never gotten in trouble.
oh gosh, it's in her file and it's not her. I apologize. There's
You
this
scared me, Your Honor.
$2,500. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't know that you're on this payment plan? How can you not know that you owe us $2,500? Yeah, this is in your file and it's got somebody else's name on it. So apparently that's a mistake. All right. Sorry to give you that panic attack, Ms. Becker. So do you need time to pay this?
No, I can pay it all today.
I'm gonna write pay within 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I am working remotely today. Do not try to pay it until Monday.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
So, because I'll take the files back either today or first thing in the morning. And so if you're gonna pay it live, if you're gonna go online and pay it, you can go on, pull up your name and pay it.
Okay,
But if you're gonna try to come in live, come in and try to make a payment in the building, they won't have the file yet. Okay?
okay. Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
all right, good, Mr. Cecil. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Your Honor.
much. Yep,
Thank
have a
you.
nice day.
You
You
too.
too.
People versus Cody Dudek.
Ready, Your Honor.
Good morning. What are we doing with this case?
You haven't put me in the breakout room with the
Oh,
prosecutor.
yeah, that's right. Okay, yep. Gotcha. I knew I already talked to you about it. I couldn't remember what I
right.
said. All right, Miss Foley Carter. Go ahead. Thanks. Mr. Malotic, are you there yet?
Your Honor, my client has arrived, if you'd like to go forward with that.
Judge, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I got a couple of pre-trials over in Judge Oakley's. And I have
Okay.
a picture right here. So I'm just going to do that and just turn your volume down. If you need me, just yell, Rice.
Yep.
Then I'll
Yep.
come. Thank you.
Yep, no, thank you, I will. On People versus Rafaela Garcia, counsel for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Moses Al Sayed, P number 81873 on behalf of the defendant.
Good morning, Ms. Garcia. I have a stipulation that if she pleads to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the other charges will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
That's my understanding, Judge, and I explained that plea to my client, and she wishes to exercise her right to take that plea.
And you understand, ma'am, by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes,
And is it true that on or about March the 7th of this year, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in Huron Township?
correct.
I'll accept the plea. It's a $300 ticket and the state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
No, ma'am.
Did you hear me tell the other woman that if I give you 2 weeks, pay within 2 weeks? If you go on the website, you can pay it as soon as today. Otherwise, if you're going to try to show up live to pay it or something, then wait until Monday. You can mail it in, whatever's convenient for you, okay?
Understood.
And then you'll be done with us.
Thank you so much, Judge. You have a great day.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank
Yep,
you.
you have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Mr. Mays on Mr. Dudek's case.
We've got a resolution, Judge. We're going to take a plea to impaired. The remaining charges are going to be dismissed. And Mr. Dudek spoken extensively about this before today, anticipating that would be the prosecutor's offer. He's prepared to do that.
Mr. Dudek, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on May the 16th of this year, that you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit.
Yes.
Do you understand this, plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. I'm gonna set this matter out for a sentencing. I have a phone number for you of 734-558-6939. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what's your email address?
It's CODYBODS@yahoo.com.
We will be in touch by email and or phone to get pre-sentence. And you'll talk to the probation department, and then we will, and then I'll sentence you, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're all set.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thanks, Mr. Mace. Is
Thank
that
you.
the only case you had?
It is.
Okay, perfect.
All righty.
All right, Mr. Hill, Terrence Hill. Is that, I don't see you on my docket.
Hello, can I know what time I will be?
Oh, on the iPhone, what's your last name?
Lamek?
What's the last name?
I think Lamek.
What's your first name?
Lamek.
Oh, Lamek, you're 11:20, Mr. Sakura. You're early. Do you know, are you with Mr. Innocent and Mr. Musango?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, it's not until 11:20, so it's 2 more hours. Do you understand?
So 11:20?
Yes, and we'll have the, is it Swahili interpreter? Is that what it is, Mr. Nunley? My
Yes.
memory? We'll have the interpreter at 11:20, okay?
Yes.
Okay, I will see you then.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Hilton,
Yes,
what time is your case at?
it said
Oh, I
9:30.
see you, 9:30, got it. Do you have an attorney?
Yes, he said he was going to be in. He had
Mr.
some other.
Dodds, I see that now.
So I can hang up for now?
Yeah, you can hang up and we'll see you in 2 hours.
All right, thank you. See you, man.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Hilton, and we're waiting on your attorney.
Yes.
Mr. Malotic, are you gonna answer me? Probably not. Mr. Moon, what case are you on?
I'm on the
What's your last name?
Khan Cajun.
Got it. Mr. Khan, do you have an attorney?
Yes, I do. Timothy Dabowski.
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Oh, okay. Then we will do that case right now. People versus Ashkan Khan.
Good morning,
Good
Your
morning,
Honor.
Mr. Dabowski.
Your Honor, for the record, Tim Dabowski appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor in this matter, and we've come to a resolution.
Go ahead.
My client was going to enter a no contest plea to disturbing the peace.
And then the other 2 counts will be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
That is, Your Honor. I have gone over my client's rights, his constitutional rights. He understands each and every one of those rights, and at this time wishes to waive those rights and enter a plea of no contest to the charge of disturbing the peace.
Mr. Khan, do you understand what your attorney said, and is that correct?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And is it true that you understand that by pleading no contest, that you're not contesting this charge, the one
Yes.
charge of the disorder or the disturbing the peace, disorderly?
That is
I'll
correct.
adopt the police report for purposes of the record. I'm not going to read it in. I'll dismiss the other 2 cases. It's a $300 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes.
Do you need a payment plan?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Okay, can you pay $50 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can pay it off early if you can. I'll give you a payment plan of $50 a month. They'll send you a payment plan. Can I get an email and a cell phone number for you?
Yes, Your Honor. A as an apple. K H A N as in Nancy. N as in Nancy. 03@gmail.com.
Perfect. And a phone number?
734-612-5446.
Perfect. All right, we will send you that payment plan. I'll dismiss the other cases and you're done with us, okay?
Sounds
Thank
good.
you,
Thank
Judge.
so
There's
much,
one
Your Honor.
there's one other case, Patel, that's the same set of facts and the same plea.
Okay, let me find. Oh, what time is it set at? Do you know?
Judge, I apologize. I've been
That's
sick
okay. I'm looking for it.
with COVID, so I
I
haven't.
got it,
been-
9:20. It's set at the same time.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
There you are. I have the same plea, it's one count, that you're gonna plead to the no contest again, counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor. I have advised my client of his constitutional rights. He is familiar with each and every one of those rights and wishes to waive them and enter a plea of no contest.
And you understand that by pleading no contest, that you won't have a trial of any kind and you're not contesting this charge, correct?
Correct.
I'll adopt the police report for purposes of the plea. It is a $300 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
No, I'll pay it.
I'll make a notation, pay it within 2 weeks. I'm working remotely, so if you go on the website, you could pay it today, or if you stick it in the mail, you could pay it today. If you try to show up live at the court, they won't have your file until late this afternoon or tomorrow morning. So if you're gonna try to come to the court and pay it, don't do it till Monday, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, you're all set, gentlemen. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
and have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Judge.
Thank
Yep, thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, Mr. Hilton,
Yes.
and your attorney is,
Dodds.
that's right, we're waiting on Mr. Dodds still.
Yes.
Mr. Vincent, who's your client?
Feeman- Mr. Feeman, good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Feeman.
Do you have Mr. Feeman with you?
Yes, we're getting him out of our waiting room. He should be here in about 30 seconds.
Okay, hang on just a second. I gotta pull the file anyway.
Hey, Andy.
What?
Morning.
Morning. Your Honor, Mr. Feeman,
What the fuck?
Would you tell her to come here?
Mr. Ryan, who's your client?
Harold Greenberg.
we are.
You're unmuted.
Got it. We're waiting on Mr. Green, or is he with you?
Yes, he's here.
Okay, let me
He
do
wandered
a
off someplace. Here he is.
That's fine. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna do another case and then I'll do yours, okay?
All right.
And then Mr. Harrell,
Yeah.
Mr. Harrell? No such luck. Okay. On People versus Andrew Feeman.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Vincent on behalf of Andrew Feeman, who is present. Mr. Feeman, say good morning to the judge. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. I have that the reckless driving is going to be amended to a careless.
Your Honor, we're going to trial. There's been an offer. My client
Oh,
does not wish to accept that at all. We need a jury.
okay. I apologize. I just saw the plea agreement in the file. What are you asking for?
For a jury trial, Your Honor. And I know we can't have one right away, but
All right, you're all set. Thank you.
how are you doing, by the way?
Good. I'm great.
Good.
All right, except I'm busy.
I'm old, so.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, have a great day. Okay, People
All right.
versus Harold Greenberg.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Greenberg, I know that there's an offer from the prosecutor. Have you spoken to the prosecutor?
No, we have not. I am waiting for a discovery that I submitted to the prosecutor back on January 6th.
Miss Foley Carter, any knowledge on this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe when he requested, I told him to file a FOIA, but now I will give him discovery if he renews his motion.
If he what?
If he renews his request.
Okay,
I did email him also.
All right, well, send it to him and we'll adjourn this to January the 21st.
Sounds good.
She'll send you the discovery. We'll adjourn it to January the 21st at 9:30. Okay, Mr. Ryan?
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Still waiting on Mr. Dodds. Mr. Malotic, can you hear me? Unmute yourself, Mr. Malotic. Mr. Coots, who's your client?
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Coots on behalf of Mr. Juarez. He's in here in my office.
Oh, okay. Let me pull the file. Hang on a second.
Thank you. And with your permission, I'll just shift the camera when the court calls the case.
Oh, that's fine. People versus Ricardo Juarez.
Robert Coots on behalf of Mr. Juarez, 43430.
I have a stipulation that this is a request for a trial. Is that correct?
That is correct.
What kind of trial are you asking for?
Jury trial.
All right, then I will put this in the pile to be set. All right, and you're all set. Have a great day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Malotic, try again. Can you hear
Yes, Your
me?
Honor. Yes.
All
go
right,
ahead.
Mr. Malotic. Now, I had Mr. Nunley on here and he said that he could no longer represent you and that you needed to be represented by somebody else.
Okay.
Is that, did you understand that there was a problem with representation or no?
Well, I didn't get it. What I got in the mail was a card from the court. Mr. Nunnally had called me about a week before. Apparently he was privy to information that I didn't have. I got a little.
Now, Judge, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just asking him. I told him that my understanding was that you were asking to withdraw. And so I was just asking him about it.
Correct.
So I do think that you might have to wait, but we're going to get another court appointed on here within some period of time this morning. Do you agree, Mr. Nunley? I don't know if anybody's, I'm not sure if anybody's going to be on before we have those 3 defendants at 11:20.
I think Jeffrey Bodich, he's got some that are up for today, and I've spoken with him. So maybe I can shoot him a message and he can chime in.
No, you know what, Mr. Malotic, I have Leanna and Dan coming on at 11:20, and I'm 100% sure about that. So I might as well, Mr. Malotic, can you call back in at 11 o'clock instead of me
11?
making you wait?
Yes, 11 o'clock would be fine.
Okay, then and I'll switch the attorney out at 11 o'clock, okay?
Thanks, Judge. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you in about an hour and a half, Mr. Malotic.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Harrell, can you hear me? Thomas Harrell, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. What time is your case?
9:40. 9:40.
Oh, got you. Are you Mr. Robinson's client?
Yes.
All right, then as soon as we get Mr. Robinson on, we'll do your case, okay?
All right.
All right, so just hang out. Good morning, Mr. Murray. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm doing great, and you look like you're doing fine also.
I am. Who is your client? Who do you represent?
I've got Mr. Flagg.
Okay, yeah, he's not here yet. Oh, is he in your office?
He is in my presence, right to my immediate right. Is that correct, Mr. Flagg?
Yes.
I've got his case, People versus Benjamin Flagg.
Your Honor, James
And-
W. Murray.
I know that there's a notation in the file that you're asking for a trial. Is that correct?
Well, that's true. There may be a motion that precedes the trial, Your Honor. What we have in this case is a breathalyzer under .08. There is some videotape, but I don't believe that helps the prosecutor at all. I don't think there's a genuine issue of material fact, even on an objective review of the video evidence. So that's how I feel about it.
You want me to set it for my pretrial docket in January, like late in the day? I mean, late in the morning, like at 11, and you can file the motion?
Yes, I think that'd be great. And there would be.
Is it motion that we need to take testimony, or do you think that the facts can be stipulated to? Ms. Foley, Caitlin? I don't know if I lost her.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Yeah, do you think this is a motion that the facts can be stipulated to, or do we have to take testimony?
I have no problem stipulating.
Okay, so we can do it by, I'm gonna set it for a pretrial / motion on January the 21st at 11 o'clock. Does that work?
It does work, Your Honor.
And then, although with the representation, Mr. Murray, that you're going to file the motion within the next, obviously within the next couple of weeks so that she has an appropriate time to respond.
Absolutely. And Your Honor, would you like to be given a copy of the videotapes ahead of time so you can review those?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure I get them. Ms. Foley Carter, if you can are you gonna upload them, email them to me? What are you gonna do?
I can probably upload them to you.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
All right, good enough. All right, how long? The videotapes aren't that long.
No, I think there's about 5 short ones.
Okay. All right, somebody send them to me. If you can send them to me with the links or whatever so that I can watch them. Okay?
Very well, Your Honor.
Perfect. All right. Have a great day, Mr. Murray. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And now we're waiting on 2 attorneys, it looks like. And that's it for the moment. All right, hang out, everybody, and hopefully it'll be just a few minutes. You don't have to look so stern, Mr. Hilton. You can relax a little bit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Seriously, you look like you're just like so uptight there. Just like relax. I hope you're sitting down. It looks like you're like standing
No,
up against a
I'm
wall.
sitting down. Everyone's got a desk in the house, so I got the laptop on my lap, so that's why.
Oh, you've been pushed out of every room, and so like you're in the hallway or something.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, hopefully, Mr. Dodd, hopefully we'll, what time was your case set at?
9:30.
Okay, so he's just a couple minutes late.
No
Okay.
problem.
All right. Well, if he's not on in a few, I'll have Heather or somebody try to reach out to him and tell him you've been waiting.
No problem.
All right?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Oh, you're welcome. Just hang out for a few.
No problem.
All right, Mr. Hilton, we have Mr. Dodds.
Thank you.
Morning, Mr. Dodds.
Good
Your
morning.
client it was early, way early. He was very excited to be here.
I'm sorry for my lateness. I just got out
No
of.
worries, no worries. I'm good. I just told him that if you didn't show up in a few, I'd have somebody call just because he had been here. He was
Thank you.
bright and early.
Good.
People versus Terrence Hilton. I have a plea offer in the file. It looks like it's been signed. Is that correct, Mr. Dodds?
That is correct. We are accepting the prosecution's offer to the visibly impaired.
And do you understand, Mr. Hilton, that by pleading guilty to the impaired, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes,
That
Your
you're not
Honor.
going to have a trial, that you're going to plead on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about July the 22nd of this year, you were in Huron Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
What was the date?
It looks like it was July the 22nd.
That's not the date.
That's the date that I have. Miss Foley Carter.
I'm looking, Your Honor.
Yeah, the ticket is dated the 22nd.
It looks like it
Do you think it
was
was,
December
Mr.
19th.
Hilton? Pardon?
December 19th, Your Honor.
Okay, so the ticket was issued when yeah.
That's
What was it? December the 19th of what?
2019.
2019. Is that accurate, Mr. Hilton?
It was, yeah, yeah, it definitely wasn't July.
Okay, amend ticket offense date to December the 19th. On December the 19th, 2019, you were in Huron Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving.
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes,
And is it voluntary?
yes,
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
no.
I'll accept your plea. I'm going to put it over for probation to reach out and talk to you, and then we'll set a sentencing date. Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
Terrence Hilton at Gmail, TerrenceHilton.
The one,
At Gmail, did you say?
Oh,
Say
you
that-
get everybody's?
Did you say at Gmail? You know what? You got to, I'll do it. Never mind. Did you say at gmail.com?
Yes,
And what's your phone number?
808-466-5464.
5464. Perfect. All right. Well, then probation will be in contact with you, fill out the paperwork, and then she'll have a Zoom like this to talk to you about it. And then we'll reach
What
out
did
to
you
your
tell
attorney
him?
and we'll set a sentencing date with
What did he
me.
say?
Probably sometime in January. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks. Mr. Robinson, is it Thomas Harrell? Is that your client?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Harrell is on here, or he was. Did I lose? Oh, yeah, there he is. People versus Thomas Harrell.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Steve Robinson, appearing on behalf of Thomas Harrell.
I have a plea offer. Do you want to go in a breakout room with Miss Kate Foley Carter?
No, I've had numerous conversations with my client and his family in the last day and this morning. We want to avail ourselves to that plea, Your Honor. The only change or addition would be that it would be no contest.
And the problem is that I have, Miss Foley Carter, is that we can't create something from nothing. Heather, type in on this. I have a one misdemeanor case that's a failed to stop an ID, Heather. The prosecutor's trying to create it into two things, a failed to report and a careless driving. I think they have to reissue. Do you disagree? Yeah, yeah. We can't create, we only have one file. We can't create the two charges on one file. You have to have an officer. And what we can do, Mr. Robinson, is, Ms. Foley Carter, why don't you have them issue the ticket, send it to Mr. Robinson, send it to us. We'll reach out and then I'll just set a date, Mr. Robinson. I'm not going to wait till the January date that I can just put you in and jump on and take the plea.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay. Okay. Does that work, Ms. Foley Carter? Work with Heather, make sure we get the ticket in, and then Heather, can you coordinate with me to set it just somewhere random where I can take the plea?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then I'll, when we get that one in, I'll dismiss this one. So make sure it goes to Heather. Is that good, Heather? Okay, perfect. All right, Mr. Robinson and Mr. Harold, do you understand?
I'll call them. I'll call him, Judge.
Okay, okay, perfect. All right, then you're all set for today. Okay,
Well,
thank you.
I'll see you in another hour. I got a 10:45, so. Okay,
You're
thanks.
not on Sherilyn Lambert?
Oh. No. I'm
Okay.
not. Thanks.
Bye. Goodbye. Bye, Mr. Harold.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Gully, do you have an attorney? You have to unmute yourself. I muted you because I was trying to do my hearing and I could hear you.
Sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay.
No, Your Honor, I do not have an attorney.
There is a plea offer in the file of failed to display a driver's license, which is a $300 ticket, and the state adds $145. If you want to take advantage of that plea, and I'll waive the bench warrant fees on the file, which is $100. If you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, I can put you in a breakout room with him.
No, that's okay, Your Honor.
Are you interested in taking the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to the no operator's license on person that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about May the 22nd, long time ago, of 2015, you didn't have a valid driver's license in your possession?
Yes, Your Honor.
As I indicated before, it's $300 in fines and costs. The state adds another $145. Looks like you paid your clearance, so you got your license back, at least on this file. It's a total of $445. Can you pay that, or do you need a payment plan?
No, Your Honor, I can pay that.
I'm going to make a notation for you to pay it within 2 weeks. If you pay it online or mail it, you can do it as soon as today. If you're going to try to come over to well, you live in LaSalle. I don't know that you're going to come to the court. If you try to come to the court, don't come today or tomorrow because I'm working remotely. So it'll take me a moment to get the files back to the court by either late this afternoon or early tomorrow morning. So if you're planning on showing up live and in person, don't do it till Monday.
Okay, Your Honor.
Perfect. And you're all set. And once you pay it, you'll be done with us.
Your Honor, may I ask you a
Yes.
question?
You absolutely can.
Okay, can I, will this be able to pay tomorrow then online?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if I want to do it in person, it'd be on Monday.
Monday.
Okay.
You can go online even right now and pull up your name and pay it. And then when they get the file, they'll assess the payment to the file.
Oh.
Right, Heather? I am right about that, right? I know you told me that before. Heather's my imaginary friend. You see her as H. Mortsfield on there.
Okay.
So she said, yes, I'm right. I love when she tells me I'm right too.
You're always right, Your Honor.
I no, not according to Heather. My imaginary friend tells me I'm wrong all the time. She enjoys telling me I'm wrong.
Uh-oh.
And so, yeah, exactly.
Your
All right,
Honor.
great. You can pay it online then today if you want to. And then you'll be all set with us, okay?
Okay, Your Honor. What is that website again?
It's 34, I don't know. If you Google us,
Okay.
34th District Court in Romulus, you'll find us.
Perfect.
All right,
Great,
okay, great. And then you just jump on, go to pay, and then you'll go to pay, find your name and you can pay through that way. Okay?
Perfect, Your Honor. I will take care of that today.
All right, great. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Mr.
Be safe.
Taylor. Mr. Taylor, can you hear me? Anthony Taylor, you got to unmute yourself, Mr. Taylor.
Hello,
Good morning, Mr. Taylor. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I have your file and I have a plea offer of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is a $300 ticket and the state adds $145. It does not go on your driving record. If you're interested in taking that plea, I can take it. If you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, I can put you in a breakout room with him. What's your preference?
I'll go with that.
Oh,
I'll go with the first one. The first one.
that you'll take the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yeah.
And is it true that on or about September the 10th, you were in Huron Township and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes.
It is a $300 ticket and the state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
Yeah.
Is $50 a month okay?
That's fine.
I'll do a payment plan of $50 a month. Can I get a cell phone number from you?
Yes, 734-536-5950.
5950, perfect, and an email.
NVRAGN7@charter.net.
NVRAGN7@charter.net.
Yep.
Perfect. We will send you a payment plan, make the $50 a month payment plan, and you'll be done with us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And you're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Yeah, you want a coffee?
No, I brought my little ice pop.
Good morning, Mr. Cherniak. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm looking for your name on my docket.
You don't?
Oh, Wiley. Is it William Wiley?
Yes, it is.
Is he in your office or are we waiting for him?
We're waiting for him. I told him to sign on at a quarter after, but I can call him and ask him to sign on now.
Whatever works for you. I'm here, so I'm not going anywhere.
For the last 7 months. This is the closest I've been to a courtroom since April.
Yeah,
or March.
no, I know.
So everything's safe with you and your family?
Everything is wonderful. I'm working remotely part of the time and I'm good. Everything's good. I'm very happy.
Great, that's what we want. My son-in-law is a physician and he's quarantined.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I have some friends that are quarantined right now.
Bill, I'm online with 34th District Court. Can you sign on right now? Okay, all right. I know what time it said, that's why I'm calling you. We're getting started early. Get there and sign on as soon as you can.
Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Thank you.
We don't have any of your clients yet, so just hang out and wait.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Good morning, Mr. Cherniak.
It's good to talk to all you people. I don't miss the 45-minute drive to come.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
But I miss the personal contact.
No, I know.
And I also miss not wearing my old clothes.
Yeah. All right, well, just hang out as soon as we
It'll take him about 5 to 10 minutes because he's on his way home.
Nope, that's fine.
All right, thank you. Should I just speak up? Well, you'll know when he signs, I guess.
I'll know. Yep, I'll let you know when he jumps on. Good morning, Mr. McGinnis. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Hang on, let me pull your file. Mr. McGinnis, I have first of all, let me remind you that you have a Romulus pretrial in a couple weeks on December the 3rd. You familiar with that?
No, I thought I had something in January. I didn't know.
I have a date of December the 3rd with the Romulus prosecutor.
Okay.
Unless it was adjourned for some reason after this note.
Okay.
Okay, and with this, there's not an offer. It's just a straight up driving on suspended. I have a court appointed attorney on here if you'd like to talk to him.
Okay.
Mr. Nunley, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. McGinnis. There's no plea offer.
Okay, I'm sorry, what was the offer?
There is no, it's straight up to driving on suspended.
Okay, well, I mean, we could skip the breakout room. I mean, I need discovery and videos and all of that, but
Well, then let me stick you in a breakout room with her.
sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
Miss Foley Carter. Just hang out, Mr. McGinnis. I'm going to put the attorney in the breakout room with the prosecutor.
Okay.
Miss Boyer, shoe. Miss Boyer, shoot, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
morning.
People versus Dawn Elizabeth Boyer, shoot. I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to a double parking with an agreed upon fine in the amount of $250, that the other cases will be dismissed. Are you interested in taking that plea offer, or do you want to talk to the court appointed attorney? It's your choice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait,
I'll take the offer.
Oh, okay. I'll amend it to a double parking. It's $250. Can you pay that within 30 by 60 days by January the 15th?
Yes.
Then I will make that notation, paid by January the 15th. And you pay it online, you can come live to the court and pay it, or you can mail it in or drop it in our Dropbox, okay?
Okay.
You're all set. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
Mr. Nunley? Oh, I thought he was back. Apparently not.
One is coming in as a key B, and the other one is coming on.
Hey, Judge, if you can hear me,
Yes, I can.
can I get in a breakout room with Mr. McGinnis?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
All right. Move you to Mr. McGinnis. To Mr. McGinnis, just hit join.
Okay.
Mr. Ebling, can you hear me?
I believe it's probably Miss Ebling today, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, I understand. I don't have, Miss Ebling, can you hear me? Yes? Yep, unmute yourself now. Perfect. Can you hear me? No. Yeah, no, I can't hear you. It went, I saw the mute button, so I thought you were audio connected. Can you hear us?
We got kicked out of the breakout room.
And it ended because it was in the middle of thing. I'll put.
And the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. Please.
Okay, well, I can tell that you're doing at-home schooling. Yeah, thanks, Miss Ebley.
Yes.
Yeah. Hang on a second, Mr. Nunley. I'll stick you back in the breakout room.
Okay.
Mr. McGinnis, I apologize. Go ahead and hit join again. Miss Ebling. Mr. Bowditch.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on with this case? People versus Scott Ebling.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf with Ms. Evelyn. Your Honor, I believe this motion to set aside the default was filed before I was involved in the case. I think the court is familiar with this case. We're working towards a resolution with the city and with Ms. Foley Carter. We would just ask for an adjournment because I think we have another date pending.
Yeah, I don't know what, we didn't, with these, I have files that they were adjourned to today's date, so I don't know. But is everybody good with me adjourning it to January the 21st?
That's fine with the Eblings, Your Honor.
Miss Foley Carter?
That's fine, Your Honor.
At 10 o'clock, Mr. Bowditch.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Ebling, January the 21st at 10. Hopefully you guys resolve it before then and then tell me so that we can pull it off the docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Miss Ebling, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
We'll talk.
Thanks, have a good day. Mr.
Okay.
Nunley with Mr. McGinnis.
Yep, we are ready.
People versus William McGinnis.
Roy Sunley on behalf of defendant. After speaking with my client in the breakout room, he has decided that he will just plead straight up to the charges as long as we get on a payment plan.
As long as, yeah, and I'll waive some of the late fees too today. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
I do.
Is it true you were driving and your license was suspended back in August of 2018?
Yes.
It's a $400 ticket. There's a clearance, but I'll waive $100 of the bench warrants and late fees today.
Thank you.
Waive, it looks like. And so. The total doing owing the court is gonna be, oh, you gotta pay the clearance. So it's actually $590. Can I do a $50 a month payment plan with you?
Yes.
And Heather, will you double check on Mr. McGinnis that I have a notation that he has a Romulus pretrial on December the 3rd? Can you verify that with me? In the meantime, can I, Mr. McGinnis, I have a cell phone number of 734-286-4606.
Yes, that's me.
And can I get your email?
MCGINN, the number 4, president@gmail.com.
At Gmail?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. We'll send you a $50 a month payment plan, and you do have a hearing. Is it with me, Heather? Yeah, okay. You're gonna call right back in on Zoom. At what time, Heather? Sorry. On December the 3rd, which is a Thursday, you're gonna call right back in like this on the same place. And
Okay.
the time is, she's gonna give me the time if you give me just a second. If she can. She's looking.
Okay.
Because it looks like,
9:50. So right around 10 o'clock on the 3rd, okay?
Okay, cool.
So I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll see you, actually, it's 2 weeks from today.
Okay, thank you.
All right? Okay, thanks.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Wiley,
Yes,
good morning.
good morning.
And he's your client, Mr. Cherniak?
Yes,
People
he is.
versus William Wiley. I have an offer from the prosecutor to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Have you talked to your client about that?
Yes, I have. I've explained the offer to him. He's indicated to me that he understands and wishes to take advantage of the offer. He is before the court to be examined on his plea. And do you want my appearance? I'm Edward Cherniak, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. And Mr. Wiley, you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count, that you're giving up your right to have a trial by a judge or jury, and that you're going to plead guilty to this, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, can I jump in a minute?
Yeah.
There's supposed to be an additional dismissal of the stop sign.
Yep, I already dismissed it. He's pleading to the allowing the unlicensed, and both of the other cases are dismissed. I thought I said that at the beginning, but maybe I didn't. And is it true that on or about August the 22nd of 2020, you were in Huron Township and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. It is a $300 ticket and the state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
No, Your Honor. Will they just send me the bill here or what do I do?
Actually, you gotta pay it within the next 2 weeks, and you can either go on our website to pay it, you can mail it to the court, or you can come over, you're in Belleville, you could even come over to the court, not today or tomorrow. You could come over to the court Monday and if you wanna pay by check or whatever, if you wanna stop off, the court officer will take it at the door and give you a receipt.
Okay, can I just call the court like on Monday? Do I give them a certain number, this case number or
If you're
whatever?
gonna pay it online, you don't call the court. If you're gonna pay it online, you can just go on our website and pay it, or mail it in, or you can drive over and drop it off live.
Okay, I'll pay it.
Pay it online, you just go in and look up your name, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Thanks, Mr. Cherniak. Nice seeing you.
Thanks, Judge. Same here. And we hope to see you soon.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wiley, call me.
Okay, will do.
Mr. Adekora. Mr. Adekora, can you hear me? Apparently no. All right, hang out, people. Good morning, Miss Mar. How are you? You got to unmute yourself.
I apologize. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are
Oh,
you?
no, you're fine. You have Mr. McNally as your attorney, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Okay, so we just have to wait for him. As soon as he jumps on, we'll do your case.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Leonard, what case are you on? Mr. Leonard, can you hear me?
No,
Yeah, you can hear me. You just
yes,
answered.
I'm sorry. I can't, I'm sorry. I'm not Mr. Leonard, though.
Okay, well, that's the name that's on it. I was just gonna ask you what is your
Okay.
name?
I'm Andrew Blakely. Sorry about that. I really
Oh,
apologize.
no, that's okay. No, that's the best answer of the day. Can you hear me? No. All right. You have, do you have an attorney?
No.
Okay. Hang on, let me
Your Honor.
pull your file.
Sorry, Your Honor. Could I go into a breakout room with Mr. Blakely real quick?
Sure. Mr. Blakely, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. And
Okay.
all you're gonna do when I tell you is a little thing's gonna come up on your screen and it's gonna say join, and you're gonna hit join and you'll go into a private room with the prosecutor.
Got it.
So go ahead and hit join.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Mar, Mr. McNally's joining us. Good morning, Mr. McNally. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
People versus Jacqueline Mar. I have Miss Mar on. The prosecutor's in a breakout room. I know we had adjourned this matter from a month ago or whatever. I don't have a note, or no, maybe not. We must have, because because I have a note of an amount of money if she pled on it. So there must have been some conversation or something. I don't know.
There's another defendant in this.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it was.
So they, if I may, or we want to wait for.
Oh, we can. But Mr. Juarez, I don't know what I did with him this morning, though. I think he took a plea. Hey, let me look. Hang on. I have the file. Hang on a second.
Okay. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes.
I think Miss Foley Carter indicated to me that he had it set for a jury trial, but that may have changed, so.
Hang on, I'm looking for the file. Actually, you are right that they asked for a jury trial. You're right.
So,
Juarez asked for a jury trial.
are we on the record?
We are.
We would ask that this matter be set for a jury trial as well, although, Your Honor, if the court could give me some insight as to the possible scheduling of jury trials.
Nope, can't do that.
All right, let me ask the court this then.
I mean, I don't know do you have your crystal ball out?
No.
I mean, because if you know something I don't know.
Mine's been pretty cloudy for about 30 years, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
do I
support
think
this.
that we could do it in the next 3 years? Yes, I don't know.
Let me
I
pivot.
mean, I have no confidence that this, and this, unfortunately, no offense, will not be a priority jury trial.
I know.
And if
So-
we have to do Chinese water torture with doing one at a time or whatever, when we can even talk about doing one, which I imagine is going to be sometime next year, you know, whether it's early or late next year, do I think we'll do some? Yes. But the backlog is, the prioritizing is going to be domestics, drunk drivings, you know, I mean, this is not going to be a priority
Yes, Your
jury
Honor.
trial, even when we get to them. So which makes the complication of having a conversation about a time frame that much more difficult. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Can I ask the next question, Your Honor?
Yep.
Is that also true for bench trials, or might those be moved up?
Oh,
to the
no,
fact-
that's not, no. Bench trials we're doing, I can do a bench trial right now by Zoom.
All
We
right.
can do a bench trial by Zoom. I, until last week, was doing even live bench trials, but now we're sort of closed down until, I mean, on live stuff through January 1st. But I'm still setting bench trials, anything that people can do by Zoom, I'm doing by Zoom. And so I have some bench trials, I have some exams, I have other things. Jury
Next-
trials, making, you know, people come in to sit for a jury trial is a different animal.
Next question, Your Honor. Because I may very well want to discuss that with my client after we're done here today with the court's permission.
Miss Foley Carter, I'm dealing with Jacqueline Marr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, you have a terrible connection. Where are you at? Yeah, I can't hear you, so. Nope,
So next question, Your Honor.
yeah, Miss
If-
Foley Carter, you have no connection at all. We can't hear you at all. Go ahead, Mr. McNally.
Next question, Your Honor. If we were to, in short order, decide to proceed with a bench trial, might my client and I be able to appear in person with the proper distance?
33rd, Your Honor.
Pardon?
If we decide to proceed.
No,
with
no,
a-
no, I heard you, Mr. McNally. Miss Foley Carter, are you connected now? Yes, it's gonna be sometime next year, though. It'll probably be in January or February.
But could we appear personally in the court with proper
I
distance?
already answered, that's what I'm answering your
Very good.
question. You asked me a question and I'm answering it.
Yeah, I just didn't
Yes.
know if you could
I
hear.
just told you, until last week, I was letting people come in live, but because of the increase in numbers, we have discontinued that between now and January 1st. Unless the situation is worse or arguably the same. I imagine we will be doing live cases in January. So I imagine that it would be set in either January or February.
All right. Sorry about that, Your Honor. I didn't catch all of
That's
it
okay.
because of it, and I didn't mean to make Your Honor repeat.
Oh, no, that's okay. Miss Foley Carter, do you have a connection now? Apparently not.
Okay, so Your Honor, if the court is asking if we have any preference, I would like this matter scheduled for a jury trial. Although I think there's a good chance I'm going to be calling Your Honor back.
That's fine.
And-
I'm gonna
and-
make a notation that it says set jury trial, and if you change your mind after the first of the year, you can contact us and we'll put it back on the calendar, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set. Thanks, Ms.
Have a good-
Mauer.
have a good
Your attorney will
Thanksgiving.
be in touch.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Thanks, you too. On Mr. Blakely's case, Miss Foley Carter, can you hear me at all? No. Heather, is she in the building? Okay, only because I saw the brick wall behind her, I was kind of confused. All right, I'll bite. Mr. Blakely, what'd she say to you in the breakout room?
It was pretty broken up, but she was gonna drop a couple charges. I just said I would pay whatever you wanted me to pay, and
Yeah,
So
it's
I
the
don't really know what
offer
she said.
was, I can tell you what the offer was.
okay.
It's allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. It doesn't go on your driving record.
Mm-hmm.
It's still $445, but the driving unsuspended and the speeding would be dismissed, and it doesn't go on your driving record. I don't know why your bond is $269. That's a weird number. It must have been the money you had in your pocket.
No, I got charged like $1,400, and they took the money to pay all my other tickets. So
Oh, I gotcha.
I'm trying to clean them all up right now.
Yeah, the
Stop.
269, which is a weird,
Yeah.
and you can use, it's a 10% bond. So you technically can use $26.90. So you can use 242.10. Go figure, weird. Let's see if I can.
Will they send me a bill for the rest of it, or how do I pay the
I
rest?
tell you what I'm gonna do. Do you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true on August the 26th, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Oh, that would.
I know it was you, but
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what happened. Yep.
it is, oh, they made it $27. I see. They must go up. So 269 minus 27. You'll be able to use $242. It is a $300 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $445.
Mhm.
You can use $242 of the bond that's remaining. So you owe us $203.
Okay.
Can you pay that within 60 days, pay it by January the 15th?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to send me, how do I pay? I mean, I got a credit card I can do right now. if you
Oh,
want.
well, then I'm just gonna write pay within 2 weeks. And
Okay.
what I want you to do is, I'm working remotely, so they do not have the files at work today. So you can pay it online immediately. You can go online and pay $203 if you want to right now.
Okay. All right.
But if
I'll
you're
do it.
going to drive over to the court, don't do it until Monday, because if you appear live and in person, they don't have your file. But if you mail it in, or if you want to go online on the online and pull up your name and click and hit $203, then
Okay.
it'll take it. Okay.
I'll try and do that today, just to be done with it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Then you're all set. Thank you very much and have a
All
great
right.
day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
The person Abel Adacora. Can you hear me? Mr. Jaffe, I have your client.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
How's life?
Pretty good. I have your client joining us right now. My understanding is, good morning, Miss Barbie.
Wow.
Good morning.
Have you talked to the prosecutor at all,
Your Honor,
Mr. Jaffe?
So not personally, but Madam Prosecutor, I did send you a response this just like 10 minutes ago indicating that we'll take that offer. I don't know if you can check your email, if you received that or not.
It's fine. I've got, so for the just on the driving on suspended first offense.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand, Ms. Barbie, by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about January the 19th of this year, you were driving in Huron Township and your license was suspended?
Yes.
And I'll roll this into your payment plan, Ms. Barbie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It is a $400 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $545.
Okay.
Roll into existing payment plan. All right. Yeah, are you making, you've got when's your next payment due?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't been paying on it.
All right, well, you need to let me start a payment plan with you then. I want you to start paying $100 a month, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem. And then do I just do that on the website?
You can do it on the website or, I don't know why this is scheduled for review like that. I'll pull up, we'll talk to you about it. Okay, when are you, because when are you going inpatient?
That's a good question. I really don't know right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't heard from them. I was supposed to hear from them by the end of the week.
Okay.
So I'll know more hopefully today. But
okay.
I've been corresponding with Art. I've been emailing him often. So
okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna separate this out. I won't make a notation because your other stuff is separate. So I'll just do a payment plan for this. Give me your cell phone number and your email.
Okay. Cell phone is 213-361-3502.
And an email?
Email is amybarbie@gmail.com. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and set with just this.
Okay.
I'll set just a $50 a month payment plan. Okay.
Great. Perfect.
All right. And so they'll mail that to you and then we'll deal with the existing on the sobriety court case separately. Okay.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. And I'll see you, I think, next week, Amy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Judge Green.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Mr. Jaffe.
Thanks, Mr. Jaffe.
You're muted. You can talk. You're muted.
Sorry.
We can't hear you.
Nice,
okay.
yeah.
That's a nice feature. You can mute.
Yeah, I know. I spend my whole life telling people they're muted. I don't know how great of a feature it is.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. And you get it from the looks of it, it would appear as though my client's doing very well.
I'm doing well.
We're having some struggles that she's going impatient, but yeah. She's trying. It's one day at a time. We're hoping that when she enters into Dawn Farms that it gets her, on the right track. We've had some struggles, but we're working through it.
I had a little bump, recently, like September, but I'm working through it. I've been
okay. Amy, we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Yep. Maria Wizakowski. Miss Wizakowski, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
We're waiting on your attorney, Mr. Robinson. And as soon as he jumps back on, we'll do your case.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The person with the name Abel Adekora, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What case are you on and what's your last name?
The name is Atakora. I'm his secretary. I just wanted to confirm that he'll be in 15
You're
minutes
whose
earlier.
secretary?
Abel Atakora's.
Okay,
He's a Swahili interpreter.
What case is he on?
He is on, this is the case for Mateso Innocent.
Oh,
Open
who does he
interest-
does he represent Mr. Innocent?
No, he's just a Swahili interpreter. He just
Oh,
wanted to-
you're my interpreter. Okay,
Yes,
okay, gotcha.
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
with you now. I don't
All right.
recognize the name and it's not on my, what do you want, Mr. Nunley?
Innocent is my client.
Okay, well, we need Mr. Innocent, we need them back. So on Mr. Edacora, as soon as we get everybody, it's not set until 11:20, so.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, well,
That's
just
okay.
hang out. Yep, thank you.
All right.
All right, I have Mr. Kuhn. Maybe. Good morning, Mr. Kuhn. Good morning, Mr. Pierce. How are you? Can you hear me, Mr. Pierce?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning. I
Morning.
have an offer from the prosecutor's office to added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go on your driving record. If you take that plea, it would be $545. I would waive the bench warrant. It'd actually be $590. I'd waive the $100 in bench warrant fees that are on the file. If you are interested in taking that plea, I have a court-appointed attorney on the line if you'd like to talk to him.
Yes, I'd actually would be interested in that one. That sounds really good.
Do you want to take the plea or do you want to talk to Mr. Nunley?
No, I'll take that plea. That actually sounds like a really good deal.
Nobody wants to talk to you, Royce.
No, I'm starting to feel a little hurt, to be honest.
Do you understand, Mr. Pierce, that by pleading guilty to this count, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about December the 3rd of 2018, that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm backing it out so that we get to that 590. Hang on just a second. 50. Okay. So the total doing owing the court is going to be 590. Do you need a payment plan for that?
I should be able to have that paid off by either tomorrow, if not by tomorrow, next Friday.
Then I'm going to make a notation, pay within 2 weeks. If you're coming to the court, don't do it today or tomorrow. Wait till Monday. If you're mailing in, that's fine. If you want to pay it online, that's fine. But I'm working remotely, and so the files will be back in the building either this afternoon or first thing in the morning. Okay? So
Sounds
you're
good.
all set then, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All
Mr.
right,
Coon.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, Mr. Coon. I have that the prosecutor's not offering a reduced plea on this trespassing. If you plead guilty, they're offering just for you to plead guilty straight up. I have a court-appointed attorney if you'd like to talk to him.
I was actually wondering, they told me that I can have this removed. The trespassing, it's actually where I live.
You know what? Why don't I have you talk to Mr. Nunley? Okay.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. You there, Royce? It's a trespass case. There's no offer. It's a straight up plea.
So yeah. So they were saying that
Hang on. You're gonna tell him your story.
Oh, I thought you could hear me.
Yeah, hang on. Well, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room so that it's just you and him privately.
Okay.
Now, all you're gonna do is hit join.
Okay.
Good morning again, Mr. Robinson. I have Miss Wizakowski on. I know that can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah, Judge.
I know that there's a plea offer to impaired. Had you spoken to your client about it?
I have, Your Honor. We wish to avail ourselves to that plea.
Do you understand, ma'am, by pleading guilty to this added count that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about February the 23rd of this year, you were in Huron Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were in?
Sadly, yes.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
Yes.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
Is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I'll accept your plea. I'm going to set it over for a pre-sentence investigation with probation department and then a sentencing with me. Is your telephone number 734-620-5352?
Yes.
And your address is on the Letchworth Parkway in Toledo?
Yes.
And can I get an email address?
Yep. It's my name, like Maria Wizakowski, at the letter Y mail.com.
WYZKowski at ymail.com.
Yes.
All right, we will send you some paperwork that you need to fill out and return back, and then you'll have a conversation like this with the probation department, and then I'll sentence you. It'll probably be after the first of the year, okay?
Okay.
And Mr. Robinson will be in contact with you.
Okay.
Okay, all right, thank you. You're all
Thank
set.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, Caitlin.
You're welcome. Bye, Steve.
Okay, see ya.
Good morning, Paige.
Morning, Judge. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Administrator, remind me again, are you with Trilogy or Willow?
Trilogy.
Thanks. And what's your first name?
Crystal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just hang out, I'm doing misdemeanor cases. Miss Curtin, I see you, I've got you checked in. We'll wait for Mr. McCausland, and as soon as I can, I'll do your case. Miss Ellison, what case are you on?
Mutual Property Management versus Michael Adamoli.
Okay, are you on behalf of Michael Adamoli?
No, I'm on behalf of Mutual Property Management.
Okay, okay, sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
And then who else do I have on here? The gentleman on the iPhone, what case are you on?
Michael Foster.
Michael Foster.
Yeah.
I've got you. You're waiting on, or no, do you have an attorney?
No.
Okay. Hang on just a second, Mr. Foster. I'm pulling your file. All right, Mr. Foster, I have a stipulation that if you plead guilty to a fail to display a license, which will be a $445 ticket, that the other cases will be dismissed. If you're interested in taking that plea, or I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney.
You said 400.
$445, and I can give you time to pay that.
Okay, yes, I'll do that.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on May the 26th of this year, when you were operating a vehicle in Huron Township, that you didn't have a valid driver's license in your possession?
Yes, ma'am.
It is the agreed $445. I'll dismiss the other cases. I'll actually waive the $50 bench warrant fee that's on the file. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes, please.
Can you pay $50 a month?
Yes. So,
is your cell phone number 313-605-0565?
Yes.
Foster Mike 73 at yahoo.com?
Yes.
I will send you a $50 a month pay. Well, I'm not going to personally do it, but we will send you a $50 a month payment plan, make the payments, and you'll be done with us. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're all set. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Let's see. Mixing my cases here. So, Mr. Nunley, did you talk to Mr. Kuhn?
Yeah, if I could, I'd like to speak with Ms. Foley Carter in a breakout room.
All right, Ms. Foley Carter, if you go in a breakout room with Mr. Nunley.
Thank you.
Thanks. And Mr. St. Paul Bryant, I have you checked in also.
Yes.
Mr. Crooks, what case are you here on?
I'm here for a suspended license.
What's your last name?
Crooks.
I don't see you on my docket. Oh, but I have a file for you. Heather, that's 2 cases this morning that aren't on my docket, but I have files. Mr. Crooks, I have a plea offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the other cases will be dismissed. Well, actually not the one, the limited access that the driving on suspended would be dismissed. You owe us the money on the old civil infraction.
Okay.
Are you interested in taking that deal, or would you like to talk to the court-appointed attorney?
I'll take the deal and I'll pay the fees.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form? Is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in February of this year? Mr. Crooks?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It is a $300 ticket. The state adds $145. I'll waive the bench warrant fees. So the total is going to be, there's a clearance to get your license. So it's $490. And you know what, because of COVID and stuff, I will follow her recommendation and dismiss the other case. But you have to pay the clearance. Heather, you can kill me later. So it's a $45 clearance on that file. So it's going to be $490 plus the 45. Do you need a payment plan?
No, I'm ready to pay in full.
Okay, so if you pay $490 and I don't know what I did with my calculator. It's going to be a total of $535 with the clearance. I'm going to make a notation of pay within 2 weeks. I don't know if you're paying, are you going to pay online or are you going to come live? Or are you going to mail it in?
I'll pay it online.
Okay, if you pay the $535, then we'll clear it out. I'm taking the files back in tonight or tomorrow morning, and so they'll disposition them at that time. You can make the payment right now, and they'll apply it to the file when they do the disposition. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You're all set. Yep.
Could you please give me the information so I can put into the online website?
When you put your name in, your name will come up and you can make the payment to your name.
Okay, so it's now available for me to pay?
Yep, yeah. It'll ask you how much you want to pay and you put in $535 and then we'll apply it.
Okay.
Okay?
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Crooks. Have a great day.
You too.
You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Grand. You're on the Trilogy cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have, well, actually, Lativia Jackson is on here. I know this was adjourned. Can you hear me, Miss Jackson?
Hello?
Yeah, on Maurice's iPhone. What case are you on?
Maurice Neal for Romulus, Michigan.
Okay, yeah, hang on just a second, Mr. Neal, and I'll pull your file. On
Okay.
Trilogy Apartments versus Latavia Jackson. Miss Jackson, can you hear me? Miss Jackson. I know, Mr. Grand, that we had adjourned this 1 week. Were we looking for, what was the reason?
We were going to have a hearing, Your Honor. This is
Okay,
a termination of tenancy case.
yep. Miss Jackson, can you hear me? You're gonna just have to wait until I finish these other cases. I have a couple more. It's only 11 o'clock. I have a couple more misdemeanor cases and then just half a dozen civil cases. Yours is the only one that's set for a hearing. So,
We will
Mr.
wait.
Nunley, did you talk to the prosecutor?
I did. Now, if I could get into another breakout room with the client.
Yep.
That would be fantastic.
Mr. Kuhn, I'm gonna put you back in a breakout room again, okay?
Okay.
1 second, please.
If I can find you. Okay, Mr. Kuhn, why can't I find you on my list? Huh, I don't know why it's not coming up on this stupid list. Hang on a second. Too many people.
It's okay.
Oh, there it is, because you got that 2-0. It messed me up. I got it. Okay, now if you both just hit join. Miss Dudek, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good morning. On People versus Angela Dudek. Miss Dudek, I have a offer from the prosecutor that they're going to dismiss this case. Is that your understanding?
Okay.
Do you not want me to do that?
No, you can do that.
All right. It's dismissed. You're all set.
Okay, hon. Thank you.
Okay,
Have a
thank you
wonderful
very
day.
much. Yep, have a wonderful day. Thank you. All right. Well, we'll hang out. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Mr. Neal,
Yes.
let me grab your files. Hang on a second. Mr. Neal, I have an offer that if you plead to 2 of the driving on suspended, that the case ending 006 and 3506, the one from January of 2019 and August of 2018, that the August 1st of 2018 will be dismissed. So if you plead to 2, they'll dismiss 1. If you're interested in taking that deal, or if you want to talk to the to the court-appointed attorney.
I'll take that deal.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice rights form?
Yes.
Is it true that on January the 6th of 2019 and on August the 15th of 2018 that you were driving and that your license was suspended?
Yes.
It is a $400 ticket. I'll waive. There's $200 in bench warrants and late fees on each of these files. I'll waive that. There's a clearance to get your license. Hang on a second. For a total of $590 on each file. I'm just missing the center file, which still has a clearance of $45. So it looks like you're gonna owe us, it's like $1,200, $1,225. Can I put you on a monthly payment plan of $50 or $100 a month?
Yes.
Is your telephone number 248-981-5234?
Yes.
Maurice Neal 180 at yahoo.com?
Yes.
Payment plan of how much monthly?
100.
$100 a month. You'll pay us off, you'll get your clearances, and you'll be done with us, okay?
Okay, so I owe 1,200 altogether for the 34th district.
Correct. And we'll send you a payment plan. In the address that I have is the address right on Coyle in Detroit.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll send you that payment plan either by email or in the mail and make the payment plans, and then you can work your way through getting done with this, and you can pay your clearances at any time. Out of the $45, there's 3 $45 clearances. So if you can possibly, if there's any time that you think you can get your driver's license back, you can pay your clearances at any time, okay?
So all I got to do is pay the clearances to get my license and still pay on the license?
Well, hang on. Yeah, I don't know what I don't have your driving record. Let me see, maybe I do. In front of me, no, I don't. So I don't know what else is standing between you and a valid driver's license. Do you know what I'm saying? But but I made a notation that you can make that $135 payment at any time and we'll give you your clearances, even if you haven't paid us off. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, and have a great day. Make sure you make the payments.
Okay, I am, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Mr. Kuhn and Mr. Nunley, you've had an opportunity to speak. What are we doing?
We would like to ask the court for an adjournment for this one so that he may speak to the park supervisors where he lives, because it sounds like this may be an unfortunate mix-up that hopefully he can clear up with them. He was trespassed at the place that he lives. So he would like an opportunity to talk to them to see if he can figure it out and then maybe come back, whenever the court has an open date and see where we are at that point.
It's going to be January the 21st at 10 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You're all set. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
And Ms. Foley Carter, I got a note from Heather that said Thompson is adjourned.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Heather, did you adjourn it to, are we adjourning it to January the 21st?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to adjourn it to January 21st.
Your Honor, I have Leanna here with me, and she was just wondering if she could put Willis Carter on the record for an adjournment.
Yeah. What case is it, Leanna?
Willis Carter, Your Honor.
You're asking for an adjournment?
That is correct. I did receive the video evidence a little late in that because the first set of videos I received were on the wrong case. So I did get all the videos last week from the police department. It took a while for me to get them uploaded on my computer system. I sent the link to my client, and it's taking him a long time to download each video. So as of last night, he had not finished watching all the videos.
All right, January the 21st is going to be the date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Thank you, Caitlin. I'm sorry.
Is Miss Belcher gonna call in from someplace else?
She is, Your Honor. She said she was in the waiting room.
Yeah, I went to click on her and she was gone.
Oh, yeah, she just went back.
Mr. Morgan, can you hear me now? Terry Morgan, can you hear me?
Hi again, Caitlin.
Good morning, Mr. Batar. I have Mr. Malotek on here, which was, I think I have him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ah, yeah, there he is. It's a case of it's a Huron case that Mr. Nunley was on, and Mr. Nunley asked to be removed, so I need to appoint another attorney on this. It's the charge is fraudulent scheme, and I can put you in a breakout room. It's an allegation of passing a counterfeit bill is what the allegation is. Can I put you in a breakout room with him?
Yeah, what's his name again, Judge?
Malotik, Melotik. The charge stems from an incident from November the 7th of 2019 in Huron Township. There is no offer. It's a straight up plea.
Okay.
So, Mr. Malotik, I'm going to put you in the breakout room with Mr. Batar.
Okay, Your Honor, but in the beginning, there was an offer on this.
Okay, I don't know. I'm going to put you in the breakout room and then we can deal with it.
All right, Judge, thank you. Thank you. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Go ahead. Thanks, Mr. Batar. Good morning, Mr. McCausland.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I think I have Mr. St. Paul Bryant, Judith Curtin, and Betty Howard. I have all three of your defendants on the line. If we want to go ahead and do those cases on Willow versus St. Paul Bryant. You would ask for an adjournment. Are we waiting for, do we have anybody from Willow, or
I don't believe so.
are you waiting for somebody from Willow?
No, I was not.
Okay, good. Then what's the status of Mr. Bryant's case?
Mr. Bryant has made several payments at this time, and he's brought his balance down to, including court costs, $1,957. I assume he's going to continue to work with us and make payments. I don't know if he's applied for any assistance, but clearly.
Is that correct, Mr. Bryant?
Yes.
So what do you want me to do, Mr. McCausland?
I would ask you to take a judgment for the imbalance due right now.
And then he's going to make payments on it.
I assume he will continue to make payments.
Yes.
Do you understand? Okay, so I'm going to take a judgment for possession for that balance. Keep making the payments, Mr. Bryant, and Mr. McCausland. You can email that to Civil 34 DC.
I have already emailed it just before this hearing started.
Perfect. All right, you're all set, Mr. Bryant. Thank you.
Thank
Willow
you.
Glen versus Judith Curitan. Miss Curitan is on with us. What's the status of that, Mr. McCausland?
I have already emailed to the court a proposed dismissal of the case with Miss
Perfect.
Curitan.
Miss Curitan, is that right? Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
It's dismissed then. You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Willow Glen versus Betty Howard. Miss Howard, are you on here? I know I saw you first thing this morning. Or, yep, there she is. Good morning. Yep, can you unmute yourself, Miss Howard? Lower left. What's the status of Miss Howard's case, Mr. McCausland? Yep, you had it, then you touched it again. Do it again. There, okay, you got it, Miss Howard. What's the status of Miss Howard's case?
At this time, Ms. Howard owes, including the November rent, $2,095, $161 in court costs, for a total amount to bring this account current as of today, $2,256.
Hold on.
We'd ask for a judgment of possession, giving her until November 30th to take care of the.
Miss Howard, what's going on?
I sent the paper to FSAT. I'm waiting on them to get back in touch with me.
What's the?
They talked to me the other day.
Is this a case that's supposed to be getting aid, Mr. McCausland?
I don't know.
Hey, hang on one second. Hang on.
Yes, I do.
So we want to be able to do the basics of this. Okay, so what its symbol is, we just saw the Star of David. Who found it? We did already mention that.
Okay, sorry about that. Did you, well, you know what? I'm going to issue judgment for possession, then you're going to have to get somebody, then you're going to have to show them that you've got that judgment, and for them to activate the aid if that's what's happening, okay?
I'm waiting on the people to send the paper to the landlord.
Okay.
The landlord to fill their paper out, but I already did that. And I already
Mr.
talked to them.
McCausland, I'm going to take the judgment for possession, and then she can work it out with if she has sources to pay it. Okay.
Sure. And
Ms.
then
Howard?
presumably the judgment will help the agency to realize the urgency. I've already emailed the proposed judgment to the court.
Okay. All right, Ms. Howard, you're going to have to take that to the people that you're asking them for money from. Okay.
I already talked to you. I'm waiting for them to send a paper to the
Okay.
landlord.
All right.
I already
Okay.
talked to
Then
them
this is
yesterday.
the paper that the court's going to send you. You need to give to them. Okay.
All right then.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McCausland. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good day too.
Miss Ellison on Mutual versus Michael Adamali. What's the status of that case?
So we were here, well, we were in the mediation for the first landlord tenant hearing on September 23rd. He agreed to it. There were some technical issues that day. So the mediator and the court clerk just told me to send him a judgment because he consented in front of them because we weren't even in a breakout room.
Okay.
He said he owed the money. He just asked for 14 days to move out. I gave him the 14 days. I contacted him multiple times and he never signed the judgment. So
is he still on the premises or is he out?
So when I filed the motion, he was indeed on the premises. He's since moved out as of November.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take the judgment for possession.
Okay.
And you can email it. You can email it over to the court if you want to at civil34dc@gmail.com.
Okay, I'll get that emailed over right now.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. Mr. Batar, how did you do with Mr. Malotic?
I don't know if he wants to represent himself, Judge. He kind of indicated he may want to represent himself.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't know where he went. I think we lost him.
I did take down his phone number. I would need a copy of the police report. I don't know if Caitlin already, you said Royce was on this case originally, Judge?
Yeah, and he was, and he withdrew.
I
Okay,
can send
so
it to you, Dan.
thank you. And Judge, if we could just set up for a pretrial down the road, I have his phone number. I'll give him a call. I'll stay on the case until then.
Okay, and if he wants to represent himself, that's fine. If I think we lost him. Nope, there he is. Mr. Malotek, are you back on? Mr. Malotek?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you, Mr. Batar said that he thinks that you may want to represent yourself. He's going to get the discovery from the prosecutor. We'll set it for an adjourned pretrial January the 21st. And then we'll set it for, if you don't work it out, then we'll set it for a trial, okay? And then you can decide whether you're representing yourself or whether you want Mr. Batar to represent you, okay?
Awesome. You know, I thought we had gotten all past this and gotten to the point where today we were going to move forward. Instead, I feel like we just
No,
moved
today's
past
set for a pretrial. Are you looking at the screen? You see all these other people? It's not set for a trial today.
I understand that. I totally understand that. But what I thought was everybody had all the information and everything was going to move forward a little bit faster than this. And I was offered. There was an offering in the beginning, and now I regret. I should have just taken it back then, and I wouldn't have.
What was the offer in the beginning?
It was something like trespassing or something. It was like trespassing.
Miss Foley Carter, do you remember?
I don't recall, no.
Pardon me?
She said that she didn't recall, and there isn't an offer. Well, actually, it might be in this file.
There was an offer made, and it was something very minor. But I kept thinking, I don't want to do that because I wasn't. I had no knowledge of what happened.
Judge, Mr. Malotek, let me talk. Judge, regardless, at this point, Mr. Malotek is denying knowledge of it being a counterfeit bill.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just trying to find if there was a different plea at any time.
Or an offer. It was
there wasn't. Everything in my file says straight up plea to the fraudulent schemes. There isn't any offer in writing. You may have had a conversation, but there isn't anything in writing that's different.
Yeah, so, it was a conversation, Your Honor. It wasn't. That was what they were offering when we went to the side, and it was never in writing. No. Okay.
Well, I am going to adjourn it to the January date. Mr. Batar will get the discovery information, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
All right.
And then one way or another, we'll either set it for a trial or you'll work out an agreement. Okay.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
And then you can make the decision then if you want Mr. Batar to stay on with you, or if you are comfortable representing yourself.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Batar. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Paige, have you heard from Gateway at all on Gina Barden Patterson?
No, I haven't, but I'll give him a call, Judge.
Yeah, give him a call just so that we know. And then Miss Belcher, Mr. Batar, Mr. Nunley, Miss Foley Carter. If we want to do, I have Mr. Adekora. Are you on there, Mr. Adekora? Mr. Adekora.
Good
Good morning, Mr. Masango.
Yes, that's me.
And do you have Mr. Innocent with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, and where's Mr. Shakura?
Down below there, as you can see him.
Oh, okay, yeah, so.
Judge, could you put me in a breakout room with Mr. Masingo?
Yeah, I'm looking for Mr. Shakura's file. Hang on one second. I got it. Okay, would you need Mr. Adekora though also, Mr. Batar?
I only represent Masingo, Judge.
Mr. Adekora is the Swahili interpreter.
Well, I'd like to try and talk with Mr. Masingo first. It seems like he understands some English.
That's fine.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Masingo?
Yes.
I'm going to put you, when I tell you, I want you to hit join, okay?
All right.
Your phone, see how it says join? Go ahead and hit join, and you're gonna go into breakout room with the attorney. Mr. Adekora, are you there?
I am here.
Okay,
Hello.
perfect. And now, I know that you represent all three. If you've talked to all three defendants, is that correct?
That is correct.
And one or two of them speak English better than one or two of the other ones. Is that accurate?
Yes, that should be accurate.
All right, I think that, okay, who represents, Ms. Belcher, who represents, the gentleman that's on the iPhone, you're, Mr. Shakura?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And who
That's my
represents
client.
Mr. Shakura?
Me, Judge.
Okay, and do you know what the plea offer is?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you need a breakout room with Mr. Shakura?
I do, Your Honor.
And do you need Mr. Adekora in there?
I had a conversation with Mr. Sakura. He was the only one of the defendants last time we were in front of Your Honor that I didn't use the interpreter with because the interpreter wasn't on yet. I
Okay,
was able to have an intelligent conversation then. I don't know if we will be able to today, but I can try.
okay, I'm gonna stick you in there, and I think that, Mr. Vitar, I think the other gentleman has got the other Mr. Innocent. Mr. Shakura, can you hit join and talk to your attorney in a breakout room? And Mr. Adekora, if you just hang out for a minute and then I'll get you with Mr. Nunley with Mr. Innocent. Is that correct, Mr. Nunley?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Mr. Vikrant, are you on here? Did we get you?
I just called the court on something else, the court clerk, and I said, by the way, do you have the hearing date for this motion? And she said, it was on for this morning, right at 11. I said, I never got notice. So here I am. I'm not even, I'm out of proper attire. I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine. Yep, it was set at 11. It's now 11:30. And so the motion is granted.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Your Honor. Again, I apologize. I just never received the mails or.
No. You're fine. I'll grant your motion. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor. Do I need to submit an order or will the
Yeah,
court?
submit an order. If you want to eat, you can mail it. But if you want to email it, you can email it to civil34dc@gmail.com. And I'll sign it and we'll get it back to you.
That's wonderful. And then I will be able to submit a writ then, probably, right?
Correct.
Oh, wonderful. Will there be a hearing on the writ probably or no? Or-
There will not be a hearing on the writ. All right. You're all set, Mr. Vikrant, then.
Your Honor, I am going to need the interpreter.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Adekora, I'm gonna put you, the breakout rooms, I'm gonna need just a second, Ms. Belcher.
Not a problem. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Mr. Grand?
Yes, Your Honor.
On Trilogy versus Shamanic Napier, what happened with that case?
I don't see Mr. Napier here today.
No, I understand that. So you've had no contact with them? Then
No.
judgment for possession,
Some attorney that's.
Yes, Your Honor.
and
Judgment-
you can send over, you can email the writ, you can email the judgment and to 34, civil34dc@gmail.com, and I'll sign it and we'll get it back to you.
Thank you.
All right?
Your Honor, I'm going to sign in on another device. and log out of this one. That way I'm off my phone.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to wait for them to jump back in to figure out the dynamics of how we're doing this.
Understood, Your Honor. And I have no problem going over, well, there's really no offer for my client, the penalties and his options. I did request with Ms. Patton that we get an immigration attorney involved. To my knowledge,
Yeah,
I don't.
I think that that's what everybody kind of was feeling.
Right. So I don't believe that she has gotten involved with all three defendants. So I think we may want to adjourn one more time so that she can actually look into any possible consequences.
Well, can I just have, when I get, okay, Dan, did you talk to your client?
Judge, I did talk to him. He had a pretty clear understanding of what's going on here today. He has an immigration lawyer that's handling his adjustment of status. So I want to just adjourn and set for another date, and I'll talk to Caitlin in the meantime.
Okay, so do we need, can I put the three of you, Mr. Nunley, Mr. Bitar, Ms. Belcher, with Mr. Adekora and the two defendants? Well, there's three, but there's only two that are on, you know what I mean, that are accessible to Zoom, to explain to them that we're going to adjourn this to the January 21st date so that everybody can either have an immigration attorney conversation or whatever. Is that fair?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Adekora, you got that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's try this. Just so that you guys can all have a conversation. And I know Mr. Innocent is with Mr. Masingo.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna put everybody in a breakout room. So, Mr. Adekora, Mr. Bitar, Mr. Masingo, Mr. Shakura,
Yes.
Ms. Belcher, Mr. Nunley. And there you go. Everybody join.
Your Honor,
Yes.
John Bernkran, I apologize. We got disconnected as
Oh,
you.
yeah, no worries. I figured you were good. You can email it over and I'll sign it, okay?
Would there be a writ hearing, do you think, or would that be?
I said I don't think that there will be.
Okay, I couldn't hear
Paige,
that.
do you agree?
Yeah, we're not doing the writ hearings anymore, Judge.
Okay, perfect, Mr. Bertrand. Send it over and we'll be good.
You've been
All
wonderful.
right.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thanks, you too. Miss Foley Carter, if I can, Mr. Morgan, can you hear me now? Mr. Morgan, Terry Morgan. Can you hear me, Mr. Morgan? Heather, will you try to chat with him and see if he can hear us? Because he's my last one before I can wrap up my triple defendant Swahili and then Mr. Morgan, and then that's it. She's a liar. They want to charge her with felonies, but she's a complete liar. Yeah, she didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, I just sent Mr. Morgan a verification of his cell phone number. He can't hear anything. What I'm gonna do, Miss Foley Carter, is when I get Mr. Nunley back, I'm gonna have him call Mr. Morgan, put him on speaker, and we'll do it that way to wrap this up.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Thank you, Judge.
Perfect, yeah. Thanks for your patience, Mr. Grand. I apologize. This was my error. I thought my docket was over at 11 today, and it wasn't. With my misdemeanor docket, it wasn't over until 11:30. So I should have set these cases at 11:30. I apologize.
It's okay, Your Honor.
It's still quicker than if you had to have appeared live. And it would have been better if I didn't have 3 defendants that all speak Swahili at the last minute of trying to finagle my life. So
Welcome to 2020.
yeah, exactly. Oh, and Heather, I lied. Mr. Crooks was on my docket. Oh, okay. I've got a good number for Mr. Morgan.
With all these things going on, that we have our Thanksgiving holiday here in America. It's a very important holiday. Hello, Aida, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
So, would you the one who told me back on you?
Mr. Shakura, hang on just a sec. Are you
Yes.
Mr. Shakura, right? Am I right?
Yes, please.
Yep, give me just a minute. Everybody's gonna join back. And then I'll do the case.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I think we have everybody back.
We need more time. Judge.
Your Honor, Leanna got kicked off. She's signing on right now.
Okay. Mr. Nunley, in the meantime, we have this guy, Terry Morgan, that's on. It's a drunk driving. The offer is impaired. Write down this phone number. Are you ready?
Yep.
He's on here, but he can't hear us or can't talk. I'm not really sure what the technical difficulty is. It's 313-939-0295. Right when we're done, if you call him, then that's the last one and we'll be able to wrap up.
Okay.
Soon as we get Miss Belcher, did I lose Mr. Batar too?
He had to go. He's got a hearing at Frank Murphy, and since we're just adjourning, then.
Okay, all right, I see you. I see you, Miss Belcher.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. On People versus Matiso Innocent, Duande Musingo and Lamik Shakura. Everybody have an opportunity to go into the breakout room and use Mr. Adakora for purposes of the translation if necessary?
We got kicked out. So I was in the middle of trying to answer a question from my client, and then it just ran out of time and put us back here.
Do you want to go back in?
Need the assistance of the interpreter, so I can't.
I have him.
Yeah, I just need to talk to him, like in a breakout room.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, Miss Belcher, wait, Mr. Nunley, you had Mr.
Innocent.
Innocent, who's with Mr. Masango. So I'm gonna put, you know what, I'll put all you guys back in a breakout room, but then everybody can hang up, okay? Because I'm adjourning it to January the 21st, right?
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Adakora, do you got that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Adakora, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna do a breakout room and then I'm adjourning this to January the 21st at 11 o'clock again, and I'll remember this time. And And we'll have everybody, hopefully will have their answer by then about the implications of, oh, I guess I need to put the prosecutor, Caitlin, I'm gonna put you in there too for Leanna, okay?
All right, I'll leave the room.
Okay, and I don't think she cares, but I mean, this is just about implications of whatever, but okay. So everybody go ahead and join, and then I need you back, Mr. Nunley,
I'm so sorry.
for Mr. Morgan.
Take my seat, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
I can hear now, Judge.
Oh, okay, Mr. Nunley, when you come back, okay. Oh, perfect. Mr. Morgan, just hang out then, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, yep. As soon, he may try to call you though. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm in the state of Kentucky. I'm driving around out here in the middle of a field trying to get a signal.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as we get him back, we'll do your case.
All right, thank you.
Well, and I assumed that you wanted to talk to a court-appointed attorney. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Heather, I'm doing my no-shows. Did you adjourn Carter, Willis Carter, or is that the one Belcher? Never mind. That's the one that Belcher just talked about. All right, Miss Belcher, are we good?
Judge, I got kicked out of the breakout room. I suspect everyone else is going to be kicked out shortly after me. I know that one of the defendants was still in the middle of asking a question, so we may need another round.
Okay.
And I'm going to log in on my cell phone again. I lost service before. That way Miss Foley Carter can have her computer back.
I know you, Leanna just told me you guys still need another breakout room.
Yes.
Mr. Nunley,
Yeah. Yeah, if you could,
do I need to do it again?
yes, you can just put me and the interpreter and then that one phone, I guess. I don't think Leanna needs to be there.
Oh, Leanna was checking back in. So
Okay,
you
well-
just needed the Mr. Shakura, right? No, Mr. Innocent on Mr. Musango.
Yeah.
Miss
And then-
Belcher, is Mr.
Yes, Judge.
Shakura all set?
I believe so. It's my understanding, Your Honor. I told him I'm going to speak with the MIDC
Not yet.
appointed immigration attorney.
Not yet. I have a question.
He has a question. I'm gonna put you guys back in. I'm gonna give you a 15-minute time limit, and then you should be good. Mr. Nunley, I have Mr. Morgan on here, or I did. Now I think I lost him again. Oh, no, he's on there, and he can hear us now. So you don't have to call him. Just jump back on. Sorry, Mr. Morgan, you're gonna have to wait a minute. I'm gonna do it one more time, people. Mr. Edacora, are you still there?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, let me increase my,
Thank you, Judge.
let me increase my time. I usually only do 6 or 8 minutes. I'll increase it. And now I'll assign everybody back again. Mr. Musango, Ms. Belcher, Mr. Nunley, and Mr. Edacora, and then we should be good. There you go. And Mr. Grand, I'm ready to start on Trilogy Apartments versus Latavia Jackson. Miss Jackson, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. I had adjourned this matter from last week. I think, Miss Jackson, the situation was that you were attempting to either figure out your situation or figure out if you were gonna be able to pay or move or do whatever. Trilogy Apartments' position is that they don't, if my memory serves me correctly, that they do not participate with any of the programs. Is that correct, Mr. Grand?
No, Your Honor, this is a termination of tenancy. This is not a non-payment of rent case.
That's right, that's right. We had another case. I apologize, my misunderstanding. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Go ahead and call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. For my first witness, I'd like to call my property manager. We'll set it up that way.
Okay, ma'am, can you raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Grand.
Will you please state your full name for the record?
Crystal Hamilton.
And Ms. Hamilton, what is your position at the Trilogy Apartments?
Assistant property manager.
And Ms. Hamilton, are you familiar with the lease between the Trilogy Apartments and Ms. Latavia Jackson?
I am. Yes.
Was Ms. Jackson a tenant on September 29th, 2020?
Yes.
And did it come to your attention that a incident had occurred with regard to her apartment?
Yes.
Had you what was happening that caused you to become aware of an incident with Ms. Jackson?
Some work needed to be completed in her apartment home. We scheduled to have that done. When our team went over there to get the work completed with our vendors, Latavia had made a threat to my maintenance supervisor.
And were you present at the time that she threatened the maintenance supervisor?
I know that she's not represented, and I'm gonna actually on my own make an objection that threatened is it's a legal term. Technically, you can say whatever was said. It's a legal determination on whether or not it's a threat, counsel. So I'm gonna strike her answer. And hold that thought for 1 second, Mr. Nunley.
I'm ready for, do I need a breakout room with Mr. Morgan?
I do. It's an offer of impaired.
Gotcha.
Mr. Morgan, I want you to hit join and you're gonna go with Mr. Nunley into a breakout room. Do you understand?
I hit join.
Yep, it says join. See right on your screen, and just hit join and you're gonna go into a private conversation.
I don't see join.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it says not joined.
What breakout room is it? Number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Do you see it, Mr. Morgan?
No, ma'am.
You don't see it?
See mute, stop video, share, participants.
Participant. Oh, no. Well,
and then more.
Go hit more.
All right. Then it says chat, raised hand, and meeting settings.
Now, I don't know why it doesn't say. It says that it says that you're in there and you haven't joined.
All right. All right, now it's coming through. Now it says join.
Okay, go ahead and hit join. All right, I apologize, Mr. Grand. Go ahead.
Yes.
Of course, I apologize. He just went in, Royce. Go back.
Okay.
So why were maintenance people sent over to Ms. Jackson's apartment?
We had court prior for non-payment of rent, and that is when Ms. Jackson let us know that there was some repairs that needed to be done. So it was requested that we completed those repairs, and that's what we were attempting to do.
And had the date for the repairs been previously scheduled with Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
After the maintenance supervisor had an encounter with Ms. Jackson, what did what did she come back and report to you regarding what happened in the apartment?
Originally, what happened was our vendors came back prior to the maintenance supervisor going over there, saying that Ms. Jackson refused work to be done. We were unable to get them rescheduled to come back. So at that time, I called Ms. Jackson to let her know that, I need to send them back up because she mentioned she just woke up. So I let her know I was sending them back over. At that time, my maintenance supervisor went with the vendors as well. And at that time, when they attempted to, get the repairs done, that is when the comment was made to my maintenance supervisor, and she came back and let me know, and all work was stopped at that point.
And what did your maintenance supervisor report was said to her by Ms. Jackson in the encounter?
I quote, Ms. Jackson said, "I should whoop your ass."
And does the Trilogy Apartments have a policy with regard to handling threats by residents against the staff of the complex?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, we don't want anybody, our staff or vendors, or even any of our other residents have to put up with such actions and words.
And how did when your employee came back to the office and reported this incident, did she believe that Ms. Jackson intended to follow through upon her threats?
Yes, she did. That's why.
Well, I'm gonna object on Ms. Jackson's behalf. I mean, the problem that I have right now, Mr. Grant, is this is all hearsay.
I have Kim here, our maintenance supervisor. If you'd like to speak with her, I can call her in here.
I'm not asking to speak with anybody. It's your case, it's your attorney, but I'm not going to allow hearsay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further from Ms. Hamilton at this time.
Do you have any questions that you want to ask Ms. Hamilton, Ms. Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Go ahead.
Do you know when somebody spoke to me or when we convened to have an agreed time and date for your vendor to come out and do my carpet?
Yes, a voicemail was left for you the day prior, and they left a message letting you know, and then also the following morning, a message was letting you know the vendors would be in.
So no one spoke to me is what you're saying, right? Like nobody, your employees never talked to me, and we never confirmed the day or time. They just left messages.
Okay, actually, Kim, our maintenance supervisor, did speak with you the day prior to let you know that the vendors would be out. She called you the following morning to let you know what time they would be out.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I can't really, because like you said, it's all hearsay. So because I never spoke to anyone about it.
Okay, you're going to have your chance to talk. I just wanted to know if you had any questions of her right this second, okay?
Okay, I do.
Okay, you're fine.
I do. I have one more question, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind.
No.
When we had court on the 29th, this is the same day that this alleged incident occurred. On the same day that we had court, when I previously mentioned this same day and what took place, is there a reason that you didn't bring it up to the judge before that we had? Because I brought it up to the judge and there was no mention of any threats or anything like that when we had court that same day.
Are you talking about a prior case?
Yes, Your Honor. I brought this up to the previous judge and they said nothing about any threats whatsoever. I brought this because I brought this exact incident up and they never mentioned it to the previous judge once.
Wait, was there a previous, I'm confused. Was there
what happened? Go ahead.
Hang on, I want Mr. Grand to respond. Was there an eviction case prior to this?
Yes, Your Honor. Case number 20-2963LT was a summary proceeding due to non-payment of rent, which...
Okay, but when was that filed?
It was filed on 8/25/20, Judge.
Okay, so you had a non-payment of rent filed on 8/25/20.
Yes.
When did this incident happen?
This happened the same September 29th, the same day that we had court. this happened that morning. We had.
Oh, okay,
court to
okay,
move
I understand what you're saying then. It didn't happen prior to the filing of the case. It happened the same day.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
I understand. I understand. Any other questions of Miss Hamilton? Miss
Yes,
Jackson?
I didn't get the answer. I just would like to know why wasn't this brought up previously when I brought this issue up to the last judge?
Actually, as I recall, the last time we did have the hearing, I do believe it was mentioned to the judge. I believe it was Judge Oakley, let him know that we were attempting to do the repairs, and at that time it was stopped because of the comment that was made to my maintenance supervisor.
Okay, I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Grand, anything else
I
for
have
this
no
witness?
at this time, but reserve the right to.
Yeah. Go ahead and call your next witness.
I would like to call Darlene Olivero.
I'm going to grab her right now. Yes.
Hold on just a second, ma'am. Mr. Nunley, did you have an opportunity to speak to?
Yep. Can I get in a breakout room with Caitlin? With Miss Foley Carter, please? There she is.
Sure, maybe. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait just a second. Because it's closing everything out, maybe. While I'm waiting, go ahead and raise your right hand, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, hang on just a second. See, people made me switch it over to a 15-minute and now I'm having problems breaking it back out. That's why I only do 6 minutes.
I'll only need 6 with Miss Foley Carter.
That's all you're getting. I'm switching it back. They were all done, right, anyway?
Oh, like I don't know.
Ms. Belcher, please tell me you were done.
I guess we will see when they come back out, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think,
everybody, were we done?
I think the concern that all of these gentlemen are having is the fact that the court date is so far out and it's going to interfere with their green card process. They're hopeful they can get resolutions sooner. So I don't know if the
If
court.
you guys, well, I can settle that. I'll tell you what. Mr. Nunley, you can pass this on to Mr. Bitar. If you guys get, Caitlin, are you still on here? Where are you?
I am, Your Honor.
Yep. If you guys get a resolution with immigration, email Heather and tell Heather, and I'll pick a date and we'll jump on. I don't have to be, I'm putting it to January 21st, but we could just to hold a placeholder. If you figure out next week that you've got a situation where immigration has given an answer and we can resolve this matter, then tell me, we'll send everybody. Mr. Atakora, is that good with you too? Because we'll need you.
What date, Your Honor?
I don't know what the date's gonna be. We'll have to reach out and get you on. But
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can do it sooner. It's totally fine, okay, everybody? Do you understand, Mr. Sakura and Mr. Musingo?
Yes, please.
Yeah, once you get your answer from immigration and you know what you want to do with these cases, then reach out and I can do it any day. If you tell me tomorrow, we could do it Monday. I can, as long as Ms. Foley Carter is either on or the plea is there or whatever, I know what the deal is, that we can do it at any time, okay?
I have a question. So what we have to what we have to ask our immigration lawyer?
Why do you have to? Because if you take the plea and you get kicked out of the country because of the plea, I don't want you to say, I didn't realize me pleading to this would get me kicked out. Do you understand?
Yes, but
you want to know what the consequences are. You want to know what the consequences are. If you plead guilty to something or do something with this case, you want to understand if it's going to affect your green card, correct?
Yes.
That's why you have to get an answer from the immigration attorney first.
I have a 1 minute question, please.
Okay, yeah, it's been more than 1 minute questions, but that's.
No, I'm sorry.
In his defense, Your Honor, the other defendants were kind of monopolizing the time and he got
I'm joking, Miss Belcher. It's a complicated situation. I'm not making light of it at all.
I'm sorry about this, but I promise this got to be my last question. So I know like.
You muted yourself, Mr. Shakura. That's not a good sign. You say, I want to ask a question, unmute yourself. Lower left.
So
Perfect. Okay, what's your question?
So my question is, if I ask my green card, my green card lawyer, so I know she still can tell me like I have to done with this. That's all she can tell me. I know there's not different.
Mr. Socorro, can I suggest something? Can you give your immigration attorney my number and have her call me and we can work to get it resolved?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
let me know when you have a pen.
1 minute.
Thank you.
Mr. Nunley, did you want to break out room, Mr. Nunley, with Miss Foley Carter? Got it.
Yes, please.
Excuse me, lawyer, I mean.
Okay,
Judge.
I'm ready.
Okay, are you ready? It's 734.
1 second. I
672
672
672
I
0866.
I thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have her call me.
All right, thank you.
Alright, I have question, Judge.
Yes.
Yes, so like every time when we come in the meeting and we have different case every time it's going on different case. So I don't know if it's January 1st that day we have different case also. So
They
not-
don't have different cases, Your Honor. They just didn't understand the initial case. But for every individual, I've gone over what their charges are and what the prosecutor's prepared to offer in the room, and that is their case. They should understand it now.
Do you understand that, Mr. Shakura?
Yes, please.
But we want to make sure that your immigration attorney calls Miss Belcher so that we don't do anything that causes you to get
Okay, I'll
deported.
make sure now.
Do you understand? Did we lose him?
And I believe that was Mr. Mosingo that was asking the question about the charges. I've gone over in detail, and I know every attorney, Mr. Nunley and Mr. Batar today have spoken about what the charges are. Maybe there was a misunderstanding last time, but it should be very clear, and I've indicated that he will get a copy of the report emailed to him at the email address he provided so he can see exactly his case that's pending.
Okay. Mr. Mosingo, do you understand?
Yes, I
And
understand.
then as soon as we get an answer from immigration, I will do your case right away, okay?
Yeah, I understand, but there's one of those cases that's not innocent with ours. So I don't know if I will have to speak about it right now.
There's one of the cases that what?
That I'm innocent because that's not how it was going that day they arrest us.
Oh, no. I understand that you may dispute one of the charges. I understand that. And there are some offers on the table and we'll work through whether that, but my bigger concern is whether your immigration attorney says that it'll affect your green card status and whether you look at deportation because of this. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, exactly.
And Your
So-
Honor, everyone can take down my number, have their immigration attorneys call me, and I will get them connected, even if they're not my client, with the correct attorney's cell phone number.
Did you hear that, Mr. Mosingo? So get Miss Belcher's phone number from Mr. Shakura.
She can read it to me right now.
734 672
Just a second, hold on. 547
734
734
672
672
0866.
0866.
All immigration attorneys call that number.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
All right, are we good?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. All right, then, and be in touch, and then we will pull your case, and it won't be adjourned as far out as I put it to the January 21st. It'll be sooner, okay?
All right, just let us know if you're gonna short the date.
Well, the date will be as soon as you have your attorney call me. It'll be much quicker. So it's all
It'll be
on how-
within a couple of days. Once the immigration attorney calls her, it will be within a couple of days. Okay, I
understand that.
promise.
All right, understand that. So we may take our leave right now.
What's that?
I said, can we take our leave right now?
Yes, you can take your leave for now, please. Yes.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, yes, thank you.
Yes,
Hi,
please.
Judge.
Goodbye.
I'll
Mr.
see ya.
Nunley with Miss Carter so that I can wrap up Mr. Morgan's case and get back to my civil bench trial.
Could we get an adjournment so I could get some discovery and review the discovery?
Sure. All right, Mr. Morgan, I'm gonna give you a date of January the 21st at 10:30. I have your cell phone number and an email address, and so we'll mail it to that, and I will see you then, and Mr. Nunley will get the information and talk to you between now and then, okay?
Is there
All
anything
right,
that we?
January 20th,
21st.
21st.
Yep.
Anything we need to do so that I'm appointed, so that I get the any
thank you.
notification or anything?
Heather, is there anything that we need to do except make a notation that Mr. Nunley's on this? Oh, she already put your name on the file.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right, Mr. Nunley, have a good day. Mr. Morgan, you're all set. Miss Foley Carter, you're all set. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one.
Bye. Heather, you, peace out. All right, now, Mr. Grand.
Believe that we were swearing
Yep,
in.
I just swore in, so go ahead and ask your questions.
Ms. Olivero, could you please state your name for the record?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Oh, Darlene Olivero.
And Ms. Olivero, what is your, are you employed at the Trilogy Apartments?
Yes,
And what is your position there?
maintenance supervisor.
And in your capacity as maintenance supervisor, are you familiar with repairs that were requested to be performed in Ms. Jackson's apartment?
Yes,
Specifically, in late September, are you aware of repairs that were to be done?
yes, we did the drywall on the 29th, and then I let her know that the carpet guys would be there the next day on the 30th.
And what, if anything, happened when you arrived at her apartment on the 30th of September?
She wanted us to come back at 3, and I told her, you know, the vendors are here and they can't come back at 3. That ain't how their schedule works.
So backing up, approximately what time did you arrive at Ms. Jackson's apartment to oversee the carpet repairs?
I think it was around 11.
And when you arrived there, did Ms. Jackson let you into the apartment in order to complete those repairs?
No, she would not.
And had you advised her prior to September 30th that repairs would be done in the morning of September 30th?
Yes.
And in what manner did you advise her of the planned repairs?
I had called her, and they did the drywall on the 30th, but the incident happened they did the drywall on the 29th, and it was on the 30th But on the 29th, me and another guy was in her apartment while they were doing the drywall, removed the kitchen door, repaired it, and brought it back. And I let her know that the carpet guys would be there the next day.
And when you informed her that, when you went back on September 30th and informed her that this was the one and only time that the carpet people would be available to perform the work, how did Ms. Jackson react?
She was not very happy. She said that she was still sleeping and she didn't want us in there. And I let her know, like, the vendors just can't come back at 3 o'clock. And then she started yelling at us, saying that I should just beat your ass. And there was another guy with me, and the 2 vendors, and the other guy grabbed me and said, "Let's just go." And she slammed the door on us.
And when Ms. Jackson was yelling and threatening you, did you feel that she intended to carry out the threats that she was saying to you?
Yes.
You thought that she was gonna come after you?
Yes. She was very, very pissed off. The guy with me thought, yeah, the guy with me was nervous too. That's why he grabbed me.
And after you left her apartment, did you report the incident to management at the Trilogy Apartments?
Yes.
And were the police notified of the incident?
Yes.
And you gave a statement. Did you give a statement to the police regarding the incident?
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time for Ms. Olivero.
Thank you.
Well, I have a question. You said you went to the police. Did they file charges?
No.
Okay. I mean, only because Mr. Grand raised it, so I just want to know. Did you ask them to file charges?
No, I just wanted to make a police report just in case something were to happen later.
Anything else, Mr. Grand?
No, Your Honor.
From her? Ms. Jackson, do you have any questions that you want to ask Ms. Olivero?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Do you recall all of the repairs that were asked for you to make in my apartment? And if so, could you give me a list?
It was the drywall, and that's when we were in there with the drywall guy. And then I had the furnace guy and the carpet guy coming out the next day, and you refused, sir. You refused. Them.
Okay. So do you recall the conversation that we had about the front of my bathroom, the carpet that needs to be repaired in the front of my bathroom?
That's what they were there to do.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. They were there to do the carpet, to shampoo the carpet, to repair the carpet in the front of my bathroom. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes, and they were there to do both repairs.
Okay. Well, do you remember when you told me that this would be fixed in the front of my bathroom before somebody came out to shampoo my carpet?
I told you they would be there the very next day. We were in there doing the drywall in your kitchen drawer. And I said they will be out to do the carpet repair and shampoo your carpet.
What was wrong with the carpet?
So, Your Honor, what was happening was...
Wait, no, I want to know. She'll be able to say, what was wrong with the carpet, Ms. Olivero?
It's sprayed at the bathroom door. It's sprayed at the bathroom door, which they do both repairs.
Okay. And what else? And what else was it?
The carpet needed to be cleaned and it was sprayed at your bathroom door where it needed to be repaired.
Okay.
Carpet there.
So do you know what time exactly that me and you had scheduled for you all to come and fix my carpet, since you say we had agreed upon a time?
We didn't agree upon a time. I just told you the vendor would be there. Time? No.
Okay, so if you told me that they would be out here the very next morning, why is it that you left about 3 voicemails on my voicemail if we already discussed when they would be coming out and what they would be doing? It just seems unnecessary if we had already spoke about it before, right?
I called you to let you know that they were here.
No. I said, why did you call me if we had already spoke about when they would be out here?
Because you asked me to call you before they came to your apartment.
I asked you when?
You asked me the day before.
To call me and say what exactly?
To let you know that they were here on property coming to your apartment.
Okay, but the voicemail that you left me says, hey, I just want to let you know that we gave your keys to people that we hired. It was never, that's what you said to me, right?
I didn't leave you that voicemail.
Mr. Grant, hang on a second. She can, what, did you have an objection?
Yes, I did.
What's the objection?
Hearsay, Your Honor.
She's asking the party she's asking the witness declarant if she said something. So overruled.
Because I have the recording. I have the recording.
I'm not, that's fine. Did you leave her a message that said, I gave the keys to the repair people?
I did not. Maybe someone else in the office did. I did call her and let her know that they were here. I did.
Did you come with them? Because you all, it was 2 trips to my home, right?
I came the second time.
It was 2 trips, right? So do you know who came the first time?
No, I did not come.
So maintenance was never with those people that had my keys. Is what you're saying. There was no maintenance person. There was no employee of Trilogy that came with the vendors that you employed, that your office is employed. There was nobody with them?
No.
Okay. So do you remember on the day in question how those people were dressed? Were they in any uniforms? Were they in any, attire? Did they have any clothing that had any business, any name tags or anything like that? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but they normally have their pro carpet shirts on.
Do you remember seeing the pro carpet shirt sign or anything like that on the day of questioning?
I don't remember.
You don't? Okay. And you said no one else was with you. So how was I supposed to know who these people were when you all gave them my house keys and they let themselves into my apartment? How was I to know who they were?
I didn't personally give them your house key.
Who gave them the house? Wait, stop, Miss Jackson. Who gave them the house, the key to her apartment?
Probably somebody in the leasing office because they're the ones.
Okay, so is that an SOP? Do you know what that word means?
No.
Okay, is that a standard procedure for the, and maybe this isn't something you can answer. Is that a standard procedure for the complex that you have somebody coming that's not related to Trilogy and you just hand them a tenant's key without going with them to the apartment?
Yes.
Go ahead, Miss Jackson.
Okay, I also have another question. Could you please recant the entire conversation that you had when you came to my door?
I don't think you know what the word recant means.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
So that's okay.
Restate.
You mean, can you please restate? Thank you.
Can you restate the whole
then you do know what the word recant means. You just used it wrong. I got it.
Yeah, I know what it means. Recant means like take back, right? Like
exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I meant restate. Could you restate the conversation that we had when you came to my front door, please?
I don't really remember the whole conversation. I do remember asking if you would let the vendors in because we could not reschedule for 3 o'clock. And then you got super mad. You said something about that shooting incident of that girl that was on the news the day before.
Breonna Taylor?
Yes. And then you're like, oh, I should just beat your ass. And then
it just seems odd that there's a jump from, hey, we need to come in here now to I should beat your ass. What happened you're not really giving me specifics. What happened from when you knocked on my door and said, hey, they can't come back to me allegedly threatening you?
I'm not really sure. You just all of a sudden got mad and you said, I already told them to come back at 3 o'clock. And I told you That's not how it works with vendors. That, you know, they're here now, it needs to be, you know, we need to get in there and get the work done.
Okay, Your Honor, I have no more questions.
Anything else from her, Mr. Grand?
Yes, how long have you been employed at the Trilogy in a maintenance capacity?
A year and 10 months.
And during that time, has the carpet vendor been a regular subcontractor or outside vendor for carpet matters at the apartments?
Yes, they were here before I even came here.
And to your knowledge, has there ever been any problems with the carpet vendors performing work in people's apartments unsupervised by employees of the Trilogy apartments?
No.
I have no further questions for Ms. Olivero at this time.
Any other witnesses?
No, you.
Ms. Jackson, do you want to testify?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to.
Can you raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go ahead and tell me what happened.
So what happened was on their question, they told me the day before when they came out to do my drywall for the mold problem, they told me we will try to get somebody out here as early as tomorrow and we'll let you know when they come out, when they plan to come out. And I told her, okay, call me and let me know when you'll have a date to come out. We never talked about them coming the very next morning, because why would I be in my bed sleep if I thought that they were coming in the next morning? That doesn't make any sense. When they came to my apartment, ma'am, they were in plain clothes. I had no idea who they were. There was no indication of who they were. They banged on my door very loudly, and before I could even get up and walk to answer the door, I come out my room and they're already in my apartment. So I tell them, hey, I have my niece here. Could you come? Because they're cleaning mold and I don't want it to be a safety hazard. And that's exactly what I told the witness. I told her, I said, I don't want my niece here. So can you all come back at 3 p.m.? They said, okay, that's fine. We'll come back at 3 p.m., but it might be a little earlier than that. I said, okay. Next thing I know, I get a call from not the witness, but the previous witness. I get a call from her saying, well, they can't come back at 3. I said, okay, well then today must not going to work because I can't do it then. You all didn't let me know. You didn't give me a heads up of when you'll be coming. Next thing I know, I get a loud bang on the door and it's the witness. And she has one of her employees with her. We're talking and she's telling me that they have to do it now. I said, well, if they can't come back at 3, I can't do it right now. I'm sorry, we can't do it. And I said, did you give my key to these people? And she told me, yes, I gave your keys to these people. And I asked her why. And she told me, because I called you. I said, did you talk to me? She said, no, I left you a voicemail. I said, you never spoke to me. And I knew that you gave the keys. And she said, no, but I left you a voicemail. And I asked her, I said, do you think that that is appropriate after what just happened to Breonna Taylor to give someone, some random plainclothes dressed people, a key to someone else's home? Do you think that that's appropriate? And that's when her employee told her, okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. And she would not leave. She would not walk away. She's still standing there arguing about how she still called me. She's still arguing. And then that's when I told her to get away from my door. And yes, I did slam the door, but I never made any threats to her. No police officer came and asked me any questions or anything like that. They called me and told me, hey, they said that they don't want you at the office anymore. If you need anything, you have to call them. And I have not been back up there. In the whole 3 years I have been living here, I've never had any disputes with Trilogy. Never. I pay every red cent on time. They ordered me to pay all this money on October 12th. They ordered me to pay this money. But they wanted that on the 29th, they ordered me to pay. And they still charged me late fees, even though October's rent was still included in the order to be paid on the 12th. I didn't complain. I didn't do anything that would make anybody upset. If I just paid y'all over $3,000 and I pay my rent for the next month While you're trying to evict me, I'm still paying rent. It doesn't make sense. If I was threatening you, if I wanted to cause anybody at that office bodily harm, why wouldn't I do it then when I just realized that y'all charged me $200, $200 more in late fees? If you believe that I'm trying to hurt y'all, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I've been living here 3 years. That doesn't even make sense. And that's all I have to say. I'm still paying rent. My lease is up in March. I feel like they're being very petty. Like I said, I brought this case up to the judge and none of this was discussed. None of this was mentioned like, oh, we're going to try to evict you or anything like that. They took my money, and as soon as they took my money, they took my money on the 12th, and in 10 days, they had an order to evict me again. They're being very petty.
Mr. Grand, questions of Ms. Jackson?
Yes, Ms. Jackson, you just previously stated that you paid every red cent on time. As of your lease. Is that a correct restatement of what you just said?
Yes, before we got into legal troubles, I paid every red cent. Yes.
Questions that I asked.
Yes.
So, Ms. Jackson, that statement really isn't factually correct, is it?
Okay, Mr. Grand, she just said before COVID. She said before COVID.
Ms. Jackson, are you familiar with the terms of the lease that you've entered into with my client?
Yes, I've been living here 3 years. I'm very well aware.
Are you aware that paragraph 19 expressly provides that the residents expressly agree that the owner or person designated by the owner will have access to the apartment at all reasonable hours for the purposes of inspecting the apartment, showing it to prospective purchasers, or
That's fine. But when they came in my apartment, Trilogy wasn't there. When they came into my house, Trilogy was not there, and your witness just said that. So next question, because she wasn't there until I told them to leave. So next question. You should have came out here.
Ms. Jackson, the comment is that it's them or a designee. So they under the lease, unfortunately, it sounds like, can give a key. And I'm not going to say that I agree with that, because I would be offended if I walked downstairs and somebody walked in my house without my knowledge. Stop, listen, I'm talking. But his question was that if their lease says that they can give a designee a key at any time, then apparently that's what they can do.
Okay, can I say something back, or is this not the time?
He's got to finish asking you questions, and then you'll be able to respond.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, since Ms. Jackson, I just wanted to complete that paragraph. Or for the purpose of performing any maintenance or making any repairs or alterations to the apartment or the building in which the apartment is located. Would you agree that my client was acting within the terms of the lease to have the repairs that you had requested made?
No, I do not.
29th, when they designated somebody to
No, I do not.
repair it?
No, I do not. Your client told the previous judge that me and her were under an agreement that they do not enter my apartment without my consent. That's what she told the judge. And she also said that's why they hadn't completed any repairs since I moved into this house. That's what they said, because we were at agreement.
Let me
that
ask you a question. I'm gonna cut this to the chase. Ms. Jackson, apparently whatever the breakdown over this, I know you say your lease is up in March. They obviously want to do a termination today. If you, what's your situation on being able to move?
They just took $3,000 from me, and then I just paid on the 5th of November another $1,000, and the world just shut back down. Where else am I to go? And then if I get evicted, who's going to let me in with the eviction notice on my record? I can't go nowhere else. This is it.
Well, I don't think that at this moment on the judgment, you're not asking for a money judgment. You just want a judgment for possession.
That's correct, Your Honor.
But where am I to go when I done already almost paid them almost $4,500?
Well, but that's all in back rent. That, Miss Jackson, that's all in back rent. That's not.
I understand, but I just paid them $1,000 on November 5th. I just paid them this money while we still have an open case. I'm telling you, where am I to go?
No, I understand that, and they're not seeking a money judgment on this.
Okay, and when
will you let me, please let me finish. Please let me finish. And so, although if I gave them a judgment for possession today, technically you would have 10 days to move out. But what I'm suggesting is that I give them a judgment for possession.
But Your Honor, I never was charged with any crime.
Listen to me, please. And that I give you 30 days until Monday, December 21st to move.
Can I ask why I'm being evicted? Like, I don't understand. I was never charged with any crime. I never threatened anyone. It's all hearsay. It's all hearsay. It's all my word against theirs. There's no proof. There's no solid proof that I said anything to this woman. I never threatened her. And I feel like for somebody that's been paying as much as I can when I can, I've always paid. No matter what, I've always paid. I feel like this is too rash. I've not done nothing to. I'm
just seeing before I make a decision if there was a compromise. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Because I mean, obviously, come March, you're gonna have to move. Even if I find in your favor today, you're gonna have to move come March.
That's fine with me, but I would at least like a couple months to get some money up. I'm not saying that I didn't owe the money, but I'm just saying that it went quick for us to be in the middle of a pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take a while for me to get. I'm living on unemployment. Like, I would rather let's at least have like 4 months instead of 30 days to get my bearings together.
All right, Mr. Grand.
Your Honor, I'd ask that the court.
Tell me what the, what's the section of the lease?
Paragraph 19 of the lease is the portion that provides that expressly allows access for the purpose of maintenance.
No, but that's not, you're not moving under section 19. What section are you moving under?
We are moving under the use of the apartment, paragraph 7, as well as paragraph 8, responsibility to other residents.
Well, wait a second. Okay, paragraph 7 says use of the apartment. Okay, what's the violation under paragraph 7? Explain to me what the violation is that she did under paragraph 7.
The residents also agree that they will not engage in any activity or do any act that may cause the apartment to diminish in value, and that they will not misuse or neglect the apartment or any of the owner's property or appliances. The residents understand and agree that they will be responsible for the conduct and all actions of all other occupants of the apartment and all guests, and will be responsible to see that those persons comply with all the obligations of this paragraph and all the other obligations of the lease.
Okay, that doesn't, so what's the violation? That talks about not diminishing the value of the property.
And
you're responsible of somebody else. The whole paragraph talks about diminishing the property value. So what's the violation?
That she was acting.
That's not what this paragraph talks about, diminishing the value. It doesn't talk about actions of whatever. So I'm asking you to point to where in the lease that her having angry words with somebody walking into her house violates the lease. Tell me where it's at.
Specifically paragraph 8 the residents agree to act in an orderly fashion and not to do anything that might be a disturbance, nuisance, or an eyesore to the other residents, and to cause all other occupants of the apartment and all guests and visitors to conduct themselves in the same manner. Her conduct
Okay.
was clearly not, it was
So
creating.
clearly, under paragraph 8, what other residents were affected? This paragraph 8 specifically says, do anything that might disturb or eyesore to other residents. There isn't another resident on your witness list. You haven't had any other residents that have come forward. Miss Jackson,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to find in favor of you and I'm going to dismiss this case. I suggest you find someplace to live. I suggest
Your Honor.
between now and March that you have no contact with Trilogy except to pay rent. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
In an appropriate order, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Are you talking to me?
I am talking to you. I deleted the project, the apartment complex manager.
I don't think he's happy.
You don't think what?
I don't think he's happy.
I don't care if he's happy. I want to know what you think was the right, did I do the right thing?
I mean, I get her point. I wouldn't want somebody to come into my house that
You're
isn't-
getting up in the morning, they don't call you, and somebody just walks in. And now they want to evict you because you were upset and you said, I should beat your ass.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.